Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the 6th day of Tata Steel Chess. Sorry? Lemon soda. Amruta is going to give me lemon soda in some time, guys. A warm welcome to everyone. Just was not feeling very well. That's the reason why slight delay, but now I'm here feeling very excited for today because it's the big day. We have many interesting matchups lined up for you. So let's get it cracking, guys. How are you doing and can you hear me well? Today we have, these are the pairings. But first, before going to pairings, let's have a look at the standings of the event so that you know who's leading and who is doing well here. So these are the standings. We have Nodirbek Abdusattorov leading the tournament with 4 out of 5. Anish Giri 3.5 out of 5. Praggnanandhaa 3 out of 5. Caruana 3 out of 5. Aronian 3 out of 5. Arjun Erigaisi on 2.5. Wesley on 2.5. Maqsoodlu on 2.5. Ding Liren on 2.5. Magnus on 2. Rapport on 2. Vincent 1.5. Gukesh 1.5. And Van Forest 1.5. This is how the standings are. And let's have a very quick look at the pairings as well so that you know who is playing against whom today. These are the pairings for today. We have Wesley taking on Vincent Keymer. We have Ding Liren against Aronian. We have Anish Giri versus Arjun Erigaisi. I would say one of the most exciting encounters. Nodirbek versus Praggnanandhaa. Also very interesting. Jordan Van Forest takes on Magnus Carlsen, who has lost 2 games in a row. Will he make it 3 in a row? Rapport against Maqsoodlu. And Caruana versus Gukesh. The Olympiad rematch is going to happen again with Gukesh having the black pieces like he did in the Olympiad. Let's have a look. Shall we begin with the game between Anish Giri and Arjun Erigaisi? Shall we do that? That will be okay. Let's go to Anish Giri versus, and where is it? This is Magnus Nodirbek. Here we are. Ooh, very, very complicated game. Let's have a look here. We have Arjun with the black pieces against Anish. Game opens with 1 c4. Okay. Arjun plays e6. Now, knight comes out to c3. Arjun plays in the center with d5. And we have d4. Now, what is this opening? Guys, already we have an opening here. It's called the Bal nahi katwaye Sagar bhai. Arey, I have to cut my hair. I'm not finding the time somehow. This tournament, morning I'm doing analysis, then some other things, and I'm not able to find time to cut hair. I have to go. Yes, it is Queen's Gambit declined. Okay. So this is Queen's Gambit declined. And then he goes c6. Now, this has become a triangle variation. And maybe he wants to play the Stonewall setup. e3. Then comes knight to f6, knight comes out to f3, and now we have knight bd7. So this is known as the semi-Slav. Okay, semi-Slav has some amazing games played over the years. My question to you is, which is the very famous game in semi-Slav from black side? Does anyone know? Let's see. Semi-Slav has a very famous game that you should know always. Yes. Anand versus Aronian, Vipul Mishra. Brilliant. It is Yashad. You are right. It's Aronian versus Anand. Amazing. So Aronian Anand, that too in Wijk happened here. this opening. It's very, very combative, and in fact Anand used it as his main weapon to down Vladimir Kramnik in the World Championship match 2008. BD3, you now take, bishop takes, and because his bishop came here, now this is a problem piece for us on c8. So how do we develop it? Here's your first question for today. Black to play, what do you do? Let's go. Yes, you guys are absolutely correct. Let's have a look at the chat chess moves to see. Absolutely right. B5 is the correct move, and this has been suggested by Suyog, Namit, Sangeet, Beloglavi, Shaumik, Sahil, Yash, Shubhi, Prakhar, and Sandeep. So what you want to do is you want to put your bishop here, you want to play a6, and then you want to break with c5. That is the main idea here. Okay, let's go back to the game. So he played b5. He then went back bishop d3. Arjun put his bishop on b7. Castles. And then came the move a6. So what are you planning to do now? You want to play c5. If given the opportunity, black will play c5 and just be very happy. But there is something that black has not managed to do. What is it? What is the thing that black has not managed to do in this position? Can anyone tell me? Hitansh says, but wouldn't c6 be a long-term weakness? Yes, Hitansh, that is true, but you have to play c5. If you don't get it, black is busted. Yes, black king is still in the center, and Anish Giri goes e4, and he tells Arjun, I'm going to really make you play on your toes, because now e5 is an idea. There is also ideas like d5 in the air when you play c5. So he went c5. Arjun wanted to activate his bishop here, and now there are two moves to play. One is e5 and another one is d5. We can also check this on our Chessbase 17 and Mega database in a bit. So because this is a very famous position, he goes d5 and he tells Arjun that, look, now I'm giving you a pawn, and Anish has been giving pawns up quite a lot, as we know, against Magnus as well. But you can't take, because if you take and take and take here, this is already not so good, because after I take here, bishop takes. There are many ways to continue, but one of them is rook e1 check. Already the king in trouble, and after you play bishop e7, I am wondering if we can sacrifice this on b5 and then take on d5, but maybe you don't even need to do that. You can play bishop g5, and it is quite a difficult position here for black, because his king is in the center. He can't castle easily. f6 is met by a very strong move here, like maybe bishop f4, but also knight h4 with the idea of knight f5, and this becomes very tricky. Okay, so all this did not happen. He did not take on d5. He pushed his pawn to c4, and Arjun said, look, your bishop is hanging. Anish said, okay, fine, I'm going back. What are you doing next? Arjun now played his queen up to c7. Okay. Anish played queen e2, and in came long castles. And by the way, guys, Arjun thought here for 22 minutes. And look at Anish's time. It is 1 hour 44 minutes. So Anish did not think this much till now. But on this move, Anish also took 7 minutes. But 7 minutes is maybe still in his prep. Huh? It's quite possible. Fe, e5 played. And now the knight comes to d5. He takes, bishop takes, and it looks really like, you know, black has this beautiful bishop. His other bishop is ready to come here. His rook will come here. But what is black's main problem? What do you think is black's main issue in this setup? Can you guys? Guys, we'll go to all the games. Yes, his king safety. Look at his king. His king has so much space. It's like you are just alone and you are living in a 4 BHK apartment. You know, that's how the king feels as black. It's so much space. But sometimes so much space is not what you need. You want all these pawns to come back. Aaja wapas. But they can't come back. Okay, so Anish goes bishop g5. He hits the rook. The rook is like, okay, I have no option. I can't block with the bishop. So I have to go rook e8. He plays his rook there. And now Anish plays another powerful move, b3. So as we all know, Anish Giri is in tremendous form in this tournament. He has beaten Gukesh by sacrificing a piece and a rook. He has beaten Magnus Carlsen and now he is also pushing against Arjun. But what did Arjun do? Arjun says, look Anish, I am putting my bishop here. One bishop is here. Another bishop is here. My rook is ready to join in. I will come at your king. Okay. Anish says, I'm taking. And rook AC1 played. And Arjun goes rook HF8. And guys, this game is heating up. This is the live position on the board. And let's have a closer look at both these players. There we have both of them. Let's bring the clocks to a good position here. And also we can get our board here so we can see what's happening. But as always, Arjun calculating with the board in the air. He's not even thinking about it. And there we have the chess board here. I feel like my understanding is Amay Kanetkar says king weak ho gaya kya? That is true. King is weak. But I have a feeling that Arjun likes his position. Also, Anish is a bit uncomfortable here because it's a very, Anish's biggest strength, I would say, is playing well-known positions. He's very good at it. Like if he's well prepared. But when he gets into positions which are slightly aggressive or you can say messy, there he does tend to go wrong sometimes. So Arjun would be trying to take advantage of that fact here. He's looking confident, but the position does look difficult. Like my first move that comes to my mind here. Guys, what would be the first move that comes to your mind here? Gukesh is losing. Oh my god. We have to go to Gukesh's game. But firstly, what? Yes, XYZ Pro Gamer. Very good. Also, Rajeshwari Raji. I like it. No, Nairanjit, don't take this pawn. This pawn is useless, I would say. Like, if you take such a pawn, it just opens up. Like, I can open up your king with a move like rook takes f3, gf3, and suddenly, it's not good. I can take on e5. Rook can come here. Let's not do that. Move which is very solid for white is bishop e4. And I think here Arjun will really struggle. We will look at the opening as to where the novelty and all was. But let's quickly go and check the game of Gukesh because it's not been even 1.5 hours since the game has begun. And Gukesh seems to be already in big trouble. So here we have Gukesh versus Fabiano Caruana. And if we look at the engine, it's already saying plus 2.4 for Fabiano Caruana. That's a huge advantage. But what went wrong for Gukesh? That is the question. d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, d5, knight c3, bishop b4. We have the Ragozin on the board as Gukesh leaves the table. Queen a4 check, knight c6, e3 played, castles, queen c2, knight e7. This is kind of uncommon, I would say. Knight e7 move is not very regular, but I think Gukesh has some ideas here. Bishop d2, b6, a3, and now he took, bishop takes, bishop a6 played. Okay, he goes b3, solidifying this. I would say Gukesh could have gone even bishop b7 here, or taken and played bishop b7, and I think black is doing okay here. White is slightly better because of the bishop pair. But here Fabiano says, I'm not letting you open up the position. I'll play b3, rook c8, rook d1, putting the rook opposite the queen, and the queen, he played c5. Gukesh is not really afraid of the rook opposite the queen. D takes c5, and now this was an important moment here. Gukesh should have played the move knight e4, but it's such a tough move to play. I mean, the main point is that if you play like this, then after cd, your bishop is hanging. So you take here, but then comes the intermezzo, d takes e6, hitting the queen. And it's already big problems because I'm taking another pawn and then I will take here and you will already be 2 pawns down. Well, if he had taken this here, then bishop f1 is already fine because then you are already opening up this. But after taking here, you can't take with the pawn because it closes this file. So the best move was knight e4, and it's not so easy to play a move like knight d4. Knight e4 takes. It gets very messy. Like take here, take here, take here, take here, take on c8, d6, and maybe this position is what Gukesh might have calculated for some time. But then he said to himself, I don't know whether I should do this. Let me keep the c file open and I'll take rook takes c5. And this is where I believe Gukesh missed Fabiano Caruana's next move, because he said, look, now you can't take here because this is, you are opening up this file. I'll just take rook takes and then I will play queen c8 and you're losing your bishop. But there is a move that Fabi played which I think Gukesh had simply missed. Can you tell me what that move is? White to play. Yeah, Gukesh has just made a huge mistake. Well, if you play b4, I believe that Gukesh can simply come back and he would be happy here. It's all about moving out of this pin here. And you guys, actually some of you have got it right. Queen b2 is the move, putting the queen here, and the right answer by Shubhi, Abhibhav, Shaurya, Shubham, Saumya, Nikunj, Piyush, Utsav, XYZ Pro Gamer, and Arpit Adhikari. Well done, guys. All of you have got this right. But Gukesh, I believe, has missed it. And what this means is that now f6 is hanging, and this is going to be very, very dangerous. So what should Gukesh do now? Because if he can't take because the queen is hanging, he can move his knight, but then this is hanging. So what he decides to do here is play queen c8. I mean, queen b2 is such a powerful move, yeah. Like, and now Fabiano has been thinking for close to 9 minutes, but I think it's more about Fabiano thinking how to finish, not finish off, but at least get a tangible edge. So let's say he takes here, very natural, g takes f6, and then he takes on f6 here. The main problem for Gukesh now is that his knight on e7 is hanging. So he goes knight g6 and he saves it. What is the move here that White will play that will put Gukesh in even further trouble? White to move. Let's see how many of you can find this. Guys, think. Jayendra Venugopal says, why not knight e8? That's a good question, Jayendra, but I think maybe it loses to bishop b4 perhaps. Let's have a look at knight e8 as well. Yes, I think many of you have found the move. The right move here is h4. Phenomenal job done by so many of you. h4, Aditya Chauhan, Shanti Swarup, Atul, XYZ Pro Gamer, Karthik, Ashutosh, Kunal, Vivek, Vilas, and Aditi Goswami. The idea is to play h5, h6, and the position can become very, very dangerous. So that's the reason why this is looking really bad. And one idea was suggested by one of our viewers who said, why not knight e8? Maybe it's a better move than queen c8, but bishop b4 as mentioned. And if rook c7 here, then cd, bishop f1, and suddenly you have d6 as an option. And then if you take here, then already rook takes d6, hits the queen. Next move I take this, and I'm already up, not a pawn up, but you are in some trouble here. Let's say here I take this, and if you want to give a check, then just bishop e1. Actually, I'm not a pawn, I'm a piece up. So yeah, this is just over. You have lost a piece here. So Gukesh is in massive trouble, and I believe Fabiano Caruana is not going to let this go. He's going to take on f6, and he might be thinking of ideas like bishop b4 here or bishop d4, but if he takes here, he should be doing well. And I'm not even sure if Gukesh has any other move apart from knight g6. What else can he do? Because all other moves look very dangerous. So Vignesh says Anish Giri with his new second Jan Gustafsson is out preparing everyone. Where did you get to know, Vignesh, this, that his second is Jan Gustafsson? Is it published somewhere? Crackhead Neil says कल Phoenix Mall में कौन कौन आएगा evening में? A nice question, by the way, guys. An article is published on Chessbase India about the Simul with Aditya Mittal, India's 77 GM, and GM Praveen Thipse is also coming there tomorrow. So if you are in Mumbai, please do come to the Phoenix Market City. It's going to be an absolutely amazing event. By the way, Queen F6 has happened. It's in CCC. What is CCC? Chicken Chess Club podcast. Oh, nice. Actually, I was aware about it, but I was waiting for someone to publicly reveal it. And so now that it is out in the open, interesting. Jan Gustafsson, who had worked with Magnus Carlsen in the past, is now working with Anish Giri. That is interesting. Gukesh played knight g6. Oh, he's already played knight g6. But guys, now this is going to be big problem for Gukesh. Let's just go here and see. Let me make the board a little smaller. And yeah, let's just reverse the clocks. I mean, what is Gukesh going to do if Fabiano goes h4? That's just over, right? I mean, it's so dangerous. Gukesh has to come up with something very not easy. We are missing Amruta's presence. Yes, I believe Amruta is going to join in today. And yesterday she was a bit tired, so she took a break and she slept early. Today she's here, and I have asked her to join me after some time because I'm not feeling the best today. So she'll join in and she'll be like, yeah, come on, let's go, Sagar. She'll be like boosting up the energy. Okay. Yeah, Gukesh is not in great form here, but I believe that he can make a comeback at any point. But here, I think Fabi will go h4, and this looks very dangerous for Gukesh. Like h4, I don't even know. Do you want to go h5? That seems really... Even g4 with the idea of if you take, then my h pawn goes ahead, my h rook is here. This is just gone. Ravi Nagpuria says instead of queen b2, why not knight g5? That's a very interesting suggestion, Ravi, because your plan is to take here and take on h7. Very nice. I was thinking if we can go knight g6, but then there is bishop b4. So maybe I have to go h6, and then if you take here, I will take on g5. And yes, white is better, but it's not the end of the world for black. So good suggestion there. Okay, let's go to Pragg's game now. Praggnanandhaa is playing against Nodirbek Abdusattorov. And we have a very interesting position on the board with a lot of pieces being traded. So very quickly, let's move in. E4, E5, and Nodirbek does not go for the Italian. Today he goes for the Scotch opening. That's very interesting that he chooses Scotch, because at the highest level, it's not very common, right, to see the Scotch. So he goes A6. Okay, guys. Okay, you got me there. It is Rui Lopez, of course. It is the Spanish. I was just waiting to see how many of you catch me. Manit Mohapatra says, Sagar, why do you think Magnus earlier thought of playing World Championship if younger players wins candidates would have more probability in the next candidates? I feel I have a feeling that he next candidates he might even join in, like Magnus. You never know. He might take certain decisions, but today is a very important day for Magnus. Bishop a4, we'll come to that game as well. Knight f6 castles. Oh, and Pragg goes for open Rui Lopez. d4 b5, bishop here, d5. And I always remember this opening from the fact that when you take here, the d5 pawn is hanging by the queen and bishop. So black must go bishop e6, defending this. Bishop goes to e3, bishop e7, knight d2. He plays knight c5. Bishop takes c5. Now this doesn't seem very common, I think. Generally they go like c3 stuff. But this entire thing is not very common. Like take, queen e2, castle, and it looks like Pragg has got a great position out of the opening. c3, queen e7, rook f e1, bishop b6, h3. Very positional game. Bishop c2, g6, a4, finally hitting the pawns here, and he goes b4. Okay, one question is this pawn hanging here? I believe that Pragg was okay with it, because after b takes c3, b takes c3, queen c5, black is doing well. It's attacking here and here. So Nodirbek is not going to get tempted by winning that pawn. He goes knight b3, trying to put his knight on d4, and he takes, pawn takes, and plays his pawn to d4. So before White can start blockading on d4, he himself breaks it with the d4 pawn. a5, bishop takes b3 is very important move, because let's say if you go bishop a7, now queen takes a6 is very dangerous, because you are attacking the c6 knight. So he goes here bishop b3, ab, because if you take here, then already knight takes a5 and black is better, because you've been won a free pawn. So he takes here, takes on c2, takes on c7, threatening to make a queen. So he goes rook c8, queen c2, rook c7, and now rook a4 played here. So Nodirbek and Praggnanandhaa, the two young talents of this tournament, just sitting opposite each other. Look at the way in which they both are bending. It seems like their heads will clash very soon. But I think what Nodirbek is hoping for here is that Praggnanandhaa now takes this, and then he can take on c3, and he's hoping that he'll put pressure here and he'll be able to at least press Praggnanandhaa a bit. I don't believe that Pragg will lose such a position, but you never know, it can get out of hand. You can always sacrifice a pawn like this and play as black with enough compensation, and this should be holdable. But Nodirbek is going to press Praggnanandhaa in this, and you have to be careful. So quickly we will check the opening of this game, because I believe that it was a very, very important. It's very important to know your openings always, and it will help you in your tournaments. So e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, a6, bishop a4, knight f6, castles, knight e4, d4, b5, bishop b3, d5 takes bishop e6, and he played here, the main move is c3, the second main move is knight d2, but he played bishop e3, which is the fourth move in the position. Bishop e7, knight d2, knight c5. He took 28 games only. Abhimanyu Puranik is the top player who's played this, and this is how it went. Queen e2, queen e2, castles, and there are no games. So I think Nodirbek's choice of opening, not the best, but he has gotten a position which is at least he can press for some time. So this is the live position right now after rook a4, and Pragg is not very happy with taking here. If you were in Pragg's position, Daniel Naroditsky was saying it spells like Leela engine prep. Possible. You know, like going and giving your bishop is not very common, but these days engine prep has become quite normal. What should black play here according to you? Abdusattorov is staring again. Pragg does not care. He's thinking about. Yes. I think, yes, Samarth Nirali, this pawn is hanging, and I think you should not support it like a5 or something, because then you might lose this pawn. Actually, a5, not a bad move, yeah. But queen c5 looks nice. You pin the pawn here. He can't take, because if he takes, you take, and a small tactic here. I want at least 100 of you to answer this. And also, guys, please do like the stream. Let's see how many of you get this right. We have number of people 62. Saumik, Neetu, Deven, Eclipse, Shobha, Aditya, Atul, Harshit, Maharishi, and Celia. You just take on d4, and this is hanging. You can't take back, and it is already winning for white. Well done. Fantastic job. So this does not work. So I think queen c5 would be best. So going back now to the game of, let's first quickly check what is up with Magnus Carlsen. Oh, he goes rook c8. Praggnanandhaa goes rook c8. And he's telling Nodirbek that you cannot take this, because if you take here, I will take on d4, or I'll take on e5, and then your queen would hang. You can't take here, guys. Why can't you take here? Very quickly. I'm drinking Nimbu Pani. Black to play. Absolutely. Fork here, and here. Big trouble. So you can't do that. But there is a very nice move that white has here. White to play. See, you want to get your queen out. Let's say you play your queen out somewhere. Queen e2, suppose. Then he'll simply take the pawn. But you have to do it with a tempo and the move. Okay, one more option is to take with the knight. But if you take here, knight takes, rook takes c3. I think Pragg is okay here. This is fine. This is fine for him. He's very active. By the way, Pragg is playing the leader of the tournament. Yeah, so if he manages to beat him, he will catch up with him. But I don't think that this position is like in any way possible for Pragg to win. Yeah, I mean, anything can happen in chess, but it doesn't look likely right now. I was thinking e6. Many of you have suggested this move, and this is an engine's top choice. But how easy will it be for Nodirbek to find this move? It looks very scary. Because see, if you take fe6 here, now the queen can move to a2, attacking e6, and the rook and the queen attack e6. And if you play d takes c3, rook takes e6, okay, craziness begins now, guys. Craziness begins now. Queen f7, correct, because anywhere else I move my queen, the rook will move and there will be a disco. So I don't want that. I'll play here. And now he will play knight to g5, attacking the queen. So now when the queen is attacked, okay, and you move the queen, again the disco will come. But here black has a fantastic move. Can anyone find it? Guys, don't use the engine. Think on your own. Think. This is for your betterment. You know, you will become stronger. You know what the move is? Ramesh Abhiraman says, good morning. Are Ramesh ji, are you in the US? Good morning to you. Crazy move. Let's see what you guys have come up with, okay? Oh, c2. Everyone wants to queen. But ye maar dunga na. I'll just take it. And then if you think that you can give me a disco like this, then I'll go back again. Because your queen is hanging. You can't take here, the knight defends it. You can't take this because your queen is hanging. So you could give a check, king h2, and you could try to give a check here. But then I have g3 and somehow you are lost. You don't have this, my knight takes it. You don't have this, queen takes it. So, you know what the move is here. In fact, a few of you did find it. And I'm very impressed if you found it on your own, because very tough. It's actually impossible. So all those people here who have mentioned it, guys, did you think on your own or not? If you haven't, please close that browser. Think on your own. It's very important. Knight to b4. Brilliant move. And the main point is that if you take here, I want to take on a2. My pawn is queening. And if you take, yes, those who saw it yourself, well done, guys. That's very good if you saw it yourself. So people who thought on your own, it's amazing from here. So now after rook b4, c2, knight f7, c1 queen, king h2. You can't give this check because the rook controls it. So you must take here. And then after all of this, the position is still equal with equal pawns. If this happens, I will go crazy. But I have a very big feeling that Nodirbek will find the move e6. I think he is very likely to find. Let's have a zoomed in view and see if he manages to. What is the feeling like, guys? What do you think? Will Nodirbek find the move e6 here? What do you feel? Okay, guys, what do you think? Yes? No? Because there are other moves which are also interesting, but this one is the best. Okay, so let's quickly go and check the game of Anish Giri and Arjun Erigaisi, because there we have Arjun sitting all alone on the board against Anish, and Anish has played our move that we were thinking about. He has played the move bishop to e4. You know, we were thinking about how to limit the bishop on d5. Bishop e4 has been played, and now Arjun in big trouble because his king is very weak. His king is exposed And also there are some ideas that can be in the air to sacrifice and exchange, but here it doesn't work, because even if you had this take bishop takes f2, and then you would lose the c4 queen. So for Arjun it's not simple what to play, but I think he would be very happy if white took here and he could take back with the queen. That would be very useful. Okay, I have a question for all of you. Why can't we do knight takes e5? Isn't that a free pawn? Okay, let me press you even further. After knight e5, queen e5, what is the best move for white here? Let's go, guys. White to play. It's a winning move. Mayuresh Desai, 13-year-old kid beat IM Vikramaditya Kulkarni in Goa TTC, says Crackhead. That's great news. Youngsters doing amazingly well is always amazing for a sport. And in India, that's happening a lot. A lot of young talents sprouting out from different places across the country. And that is phenomenal for Indian chess. Did you guys find this move? Very nice move, right? Look at this move. Yes, well done, guys. Rook c4. And how many of you found it? Wow, 62. Shaurya, Saumik, Abhigyan, Pallavi, Neeraj, Aditi, Vaibhav, Dhruv, Sahil, and Naman. Brilliant work, guys. Absolutely great. And the point is that if you take here, then there are two ways to continue. One is to take on c4 and pin this here, which is dangerous, very dangerous. The other is to just win the queen with check, king takes, and take here. So this is what is Arjun's plan, and Anish's plan, and Arjun cannot take here. So Arjun should not take here, because this really weakens his c4 pawn, also threatens this. He should not be taking here, because that leads to a lost position. So I think the natural move that comes to mind is h6. I think that is a very natural move. The other possibility is to play king b8, but then you are putting your king on an open file. Okay, next move you can go king a7. I have a feeling that Arjun is in big trouble here. Big. If he saves this game, that would be great, because he is on 20 moves. He's already looking in this difficult situation. Saumik says, why not knight b6? Okay, Saumik, that's a place, but what is your knight doing here? Like, if I go a4, a5, I think that could be risky. Also, rook f d1. I mean, what's your knight doing on b6? See, your knight is doing a good job of attacking this. You need to make knight e5 work. So king b8 makes sense from that perspective. That then there are no bishop b7 checks at the end of the line. The main thing is Anish will have to play a little bit risky chess if he has to beat Arjun. And we never know if that will happen or not. Let's quickly go and check if Gukesh improved his position or is still in trouble. That happened. Yeah, he did go h4. D takes c4 happened. h5 did happen here. Rook to f5. Queen went back to c3. And now knight came to e7. So Gukesh, as always, fighting hard, but his position looks in a big mess for sure. But it's a messy position. That's what Gukesh loves to do. And I think Fabi is very strong in such positions, and he will calculate this move, next move, which is rook h4 to rook g4. There is also the possibility of rook h3 to g3. There's also e4 here. There's so many tempting options that Caruana has. Yeah, today all Indians in trouble. But although Pragg is not losing, I would say. He's not worse. So I would say like this. Pragg has the least worse position, then Arjun, and Gukesh has the biggest disadvantage right now. Let's go very quickly to Praggnanandhaa's game and see what did his opponent do. No, his opponent did not play e6. We were thinking he might go, but he went queen d2. This allowed takes, and this we spoke about, that he would be happy to give up the a6 pawn if he can get knight e6, and I think Pragg is safe. I don't see Pragg having too much trouble, but he will be a pawn down. He will be a pawn down most likely. Let's go and check Carlsen, because what is Magnus Carlsen up to? After his loss yesterday, Magnus Carlsen is playing with the black pieces against Jordan van Foreest, and he has played Sicilian, Queen c7, Taimanov. Oh, he took with the queen. Okay, Bishop e3, b5, Bishop f3, Bishop b7, Queen d4, Queen d6. Okay, interesting move by Magnus. Take. Long castle, Bishop e5, Bishop d4, d6, Bishop e2, Knight f6. It feels like Magnus is very comfortable in this position, and he goes g5. This is a very typical Magnus move. He wants to play like a minority attack here. King b1, Rook g8, a4, b4, Knight a2, Bishop takes d4, Rook takes d4. He plays his pawn to a5, defending it. And then here, in comes the move c3, b takes c3, knight takes c3, d5 played. Maybe not necessary to play d5. He could have gone h5 as well, but he goes d5. Pawn takes, knight takes, and we reach this position which I think is equal, but black seems to have the better side of equality, mainly because you have your central pawns rolling. Also, the a4 pawn can become weakness, why one pawn fixes two of your pawns. And I think this is a kind of position that Magnus Carlsen will love to grind. This is what he is very good at, and we will get to see this. What do you think, guys? I have a feeling that Magnus will grind this down, although Jordan has, like, it's far from winning for Magnus in any sense, but I think this is Magnus type of position. Ashwin says, what elo is required to play this tournament? Average elo of this tournament is 2744 or 41. So you have to be like top at least top, like one of the top players in the world. Magnus looks fresh today, combing his hair and all. Yeah, he looks good. And this is, by the way, the view of the event. This is the open event. So guys, if any one of you next time is looking to play a tournament and also meet the top players, go to Wijk, play in the open event here, which is open for all. And also you can, after your game is over, follow this big tournament there. So it's a very nice setup they have. But I have a feeling that Magnus will grind this down. Let's see what happens here. Right now, it seems roundabout even. Okay, let's go to the game of... I was interested to check Anish versus Arjun's opening as to till what point... Oh, by the way, he has made his move. He played knight takes d5 here. And Magnus, without doubt, will play bishop d5. In fact, Jordan can himself make the move bishop d5, because look, you never play a move like this. This is just crap. This is very bad. You're just making your bishop bad. Jumma Datta says, I'm planning to purchase pieces which were used in the Olympiads, not the DGT one, the fiber version. Should I buy it or should I buy the pieces which are being used here? So, Jumma, I feel like these are wooden pieces. These look better. The ones which were used at the Olympiad had, I think, a plastic element to it. Maybe they are cheaper. Look, Magnus takes with the bishop without even wasting a time, of course. He takes here. And now what does Jordan do here? Jordan wants to play. Oh, he's going to move, but Magnus moves away. Magnus putting pressure on Jordan in some ways. So I mean, if you're going for looks, I would definitely say this is good. But if your budget is limited, then I think that one is better. Rook c1 played. Okay. Well, I think what will happen here is Magnus will try to press and Jordan will try to defend, and then it will be like either a draw or Magnus will get something. So my feeling is that he wants to go maybe bishop c4 to trade the bishop pair. Like he could have done that directly here as well, bishop c4, but he chooses not to do it. He goes rook c1. Let's say king d6. Now you can go bishop c4, rook gc8, and let's say a position like this. This now with this pawn, this is a passer, and I would say white has a small disadvantage here. But again, this is doable. So maybe I would call this to be closer to a draw than Magnus winning it. Even though Magnus is one of the greatest players of such positions in the world, this might not be easy to convert. Yes. So I was talking about this game of Anish and Arjun and wanting to, oh, by the way, he did go h6. We were looking at it. So very quickly checking the opening of this game on our chessbase 17. It happened through a different move order, but we reached here. And you can see there are 30,000 games here. It's the most popular, one of the most popular openings out there. Bishop b7, castles a6, e4, c5, 4,700 games, d5, 4,182 games, queen c7, 3,200 games. I think he took on e6 here. Oh, he didn't play queen c7. Sorry. He played c4. 1100 games. Okay. Bishop c2. Now queen c7. And now d6 is 810 games. But Anish plays queen e2, which is only 184 games. And it has not been played by many players at the highest level. Queen e2. So that's a very, again, you will see Anish's preparation. There's a trend. He's going into lines which are popular and he's finding very subtle ideas. Like you remember rook c2 move that he played against Gukesh in the Ragozin. I think queen e2 is also one of those. It's slightly better known than that one, was an absolute novelty. Queen e2. And here Arjun played long castle, which is played in only 2 games. So I think Arjun definitely should have done bishop d6 business here, which is played, and I think black is doing very well. If Arjun would have gone bishop d6, I think he would have gotten a great position here instead of long castle bishop d6. I don't know why he did not do it. Maybe he was afraid of something like this. Like it can get very complicated here. So that's the reason why. But okay, there is also f4, bd4. And black is doing okay. Next move, maybe after king h1, you can go for e5. And black should be fine. Anyway, what's done is done. He played long castle, takes. Here, rook here, bishop e4, h6. And Anish is thinking, what should Anish do? I think one plan that Anish can take is go bishop h4 to g3. The other one, very unusual, is bishop e3. It's not at all easy move to find. And you know, the point is, if you take bishop e4, what should be white's move here? Can anyone find it? Yeah, queen takes c4. And this can become very complicated, this position. But I think it's not a very human move to play bishop e3. But it's a very useful move. If you can get rid of this bishop, the king becomes even more exposed. Yeah, bishop h4 is the most human way to play. And I think Arjun will go g5. g5, bishop g3. I don't know, maybe queen c6. I have bishop d5, maybe ed5. Or if knight d2. Yeah, this could be how the game will continue. Look at Arjun. Arjun is he got up, but Arjun is not even looking at the board. I have a feeling that Arjun has to just be very careful and cognizant of the fact that he's in trouble here, and go carefully. He shouldn't take it lightly. Gaurav says, why is Arjun's position so bad even with equal material? Guys, can you tell Gaurav why? White, Digger, Valorant, you are right. King safety. Exactly. King safety is the reason. Maybe instead of doing g5, we can go queen c6 first. Because now if knight d2, Arjun has a very powerful move here, I believe. Actually, it can get very crazy now. Guys, black to play. What would you play? I think chess players have this habit of shaking legs. Look at that. Behind also, if you see Arjun's legs. Almost all players do that. Even when I'm doing commentary, I'm often doing this. And Amruta often tells me, please don't do that. I think it's just natural. Yeah. The move that I was looking for and what you guys have come up with is rook f4. Absolutely right. Rook f4 is what I thought is a very, very interesting move, and well done. Rohan, Pallavi, Rishikesh, Anil, Shubhi, Kilometer, Rajeshwari, Faisal, Saurabh and Maharishi, because you are attacking the bishop and also this bishop. And now White has to come up with a crazy idea here, which very likely that Anish would find. Because look, if you take here, then I take ED5 and already black is better now. This is what happens in this such crazy positions. So Anish has to find a move. Rook takes c4. It's just, yes, Videsh, you're right. And now if you take here, then queen takes c4. With the queen being attacked. Very interesting. But I feel like Arjun should not hurry up and play g5 because he should make use of this exposed position of the bishop and play queen c6. He can go rook f4 also, but then after bishop d5, ed5, this is hanging, and after queen d2, g5, bishop g3, already looking tricky here. Guys, can you please stop vinyl board and wooden board in the chat? Enough of vinyl. इधर गेम चल रहा है अर्जुन एरिगाइसी वर्सेस अनीश गिरी and you guys are like vinyl board, wooden board. Okay, let's quickly go and check the game of Gukesh and see what has happened and transpired there. There we have Fabiano Caruana with his new hairstyle against Gukesh. Oh my god, Gukesh is back. Rook f5. Okay, he went back. And now Gukesh came here and we were talking about how Fabi should go rook h4, rook h3, play e4, some of those moves, but he took here. And now Gukesh plays f6. And Gukesh says, now I'm blocking this here. At least he's still worse, clearly. But his king looks safer now with f6. And I was thinking like, rook h4, why would he not do this with f6? It's not so simple. e4, rook c5, b4. And somehow to play this very unconventional way. But he went b takes c4. He could have also directly played b4, no? That also would have been given a good position. So he taking here actually is helping Gukesh. Why? Because the rook gets a very stable outpost on c5 or a5. Pawn cannot push it back. And let's say f6, I can go rook c5, putting pressure here. Shrikant Vinokonda says, I have ordered ChessBase India premium chess set today, eagerly waiting. Okay, fine. Vinyl chess set, not wooden chess set. Someone said Jordan blundered. I can't believe Jordan blundering in that position. It's just very, very simple position. You can't blunder as such. Oh, but they have made so many moves. Wait. Bishop d5, rook c1 we saw. King f6 by Magnus. Bishop c4. Magnus kept the bishop. Oh, that was the idea of Magnus. Keep the bishop. And now look at this. b4, ab, bishop b3. Nice. Guys, it's not a blunder or anything. He's going to win back this pawn. How do you stop him from winning that pawn? This is going to end in a draw. I don't think Magnus is going to be able to win this. Kimaya, hello Kimaya, hello, hope you are doing good. Kimaya, how are you doing? Please come to the ChessBase India Chess Club tomorrow. Aditya Mittal and Praveen Thipseji are coming, so it's going to be amazing. And I hope you are studying and doing well and also practicing chess. Let's go to Praggnanandhaa's game. Pragg versus Nodirbek. And as we imagined, that has happened. Pragg did lose his A pawn, but he's fighting. He's fighting. This is not going to be easy for Nodirbek to convert because he has 4 pawns versus 3. But Pragg's knight is beautiful. His rooks are active. Since when Jordan became second to Carlsen, he has never beaten him. Arey, but Carlsen ko beat karna is not easy, no. No one is able to beat Carlsen so easily. I mean, this is, I think, a very refreshing change that so many. Carlsen has lost 2 games. Otherwise, people are not able to beat him at all. You know, there is this debate always like who's better? Is it Nodirbek or is it Praggnanandhaa? Or is it Arjun or Gukesh or Nihal or Vincent or all these youngsters that are there. I have a feeling that they all are very talented and are already showing great performances. But I think the real test would be to reach the candidates. I mean, the first one to reach the candidates, I would say, has made it. Somehow, yeah. I mean, that is my benchmark somehow. Whether these youngsters, who is the one who's made it. Like Firuza already reached the candidates and now everyone accepts him as like the best in the world. Anyway, his rating was 2800 plus. You don't have to. But somewhere deep within, okay, my feeling is that because the world championship is not going to be fought by Magnus, suddenly is the world championship crown. What is that? What is the value of that? And whether reaching candidates would be the most important because we are used to thinking as that way for many years. But now Magnus may not play it. And then Nepo and Ding would be the world champion. And then reaching the candidates would mean that you have to play someone either Nepo or Ding. So I'm not so sure. Look at the way in which he plays his moves. Queen a6. He just makes that move, presses the clock. Now, a question for Pragg is, should he go rook c6 and trade off more pieces? Like this. Or he should keep his active pieces, but then how to continue? Like rook c2, queen c5. Pragg should be able to hold, but he must take care. Take care here. Okay, let's go to Arjun versus Anish. I would say the most exciting game of today is this one. What did Arjun do, by the way? Oh, Arjun played king b8 now. We were talking about this move, but I was very hopeful that Arjun would go rook f4 or queen c6. Either of those moves. King b8. Yeah, Kavya Gajera says it's round 6. None of the Indians have played Magnus yet. By the way, a small good news is that on Tuesday, that is still quite far away, but 3 days later, we're going to have Daniel King joining us in the commentary for a few minutes or at least half an hour or so. So it'll be fun. I'll also try to call other players to join us in commentary. Maybe Vidit is one of them. I would also like to call Vishy Anand. He's in Wijk, but when he comes back home, at some point, if we can get him, that would be very nice. Yeah, maybe Surya Ganguly we can ask. Actually, Samay I met yesterday. I was, and that was very nice. He has told me not to reveal anything about what he's doing, but it was nice. What he's doing, he's always doing something interesting, some or the other thing which is interesting. So I did meet him yesterday. Aha, Levi Rosman. Yes, we can call Levi also. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. Gotham Chess, we can ask him. Gotham Chess generally doesn't like to do live streams. That's what he keeps saying. So, but I'll ask him if he's keen on joining for a few minutes. Yo, call Nihal Sarin. Yes, Nihal Sarin would be great. You know, like if people talk about Indian talents, generally 4 or 5 names come up always. And Nihal Sarin is one of them. So him not being there at this tournament, if he can join us and tell us about what are his thoughts on these young talents playing here, like his friends basically, that would be good. Harshit, of course, I'll ask Harshit if he can join in one of those days. Tanya was commentating for Chesscom, but I think she has done it only for the first 4 rounds. She has some other commitments, so she has not been there. Nihal was playing Hand and Brain with Hari a few days back. Yes, he was playing this. He was doing the Immortal game stream. And yeah, maybe we can also have Sarvanan. Yeah, of course. So many. Srinath. Yeah, we can call Srinath if he's watching this. And why can't say, oh, Anish takes Bishop d5. Okay, this is, he's changed the structure a lot. Okay, wait. Look, this could become very dangerous, the bishop coming here. But if you play e6, one second, e6 could be very nasty. What is Anish doing? Anish is adjusting Arjun's pieces. Yeah, but e6 is interesting because if you move the knight somewhere like this, then suddenly bishop g3, okay, bd6 you have, you're not losing material. But I think Anish taking some very nice decisions. Yeah, positional. Let's go bg3 with the idea of e6. We can call Divya Deshu. Thank you all for your suggestions. You have at least given me 7-8 names. If I call them for one round next every day, then we will be able to, if they agree and come, it will be fun. So call Amruta. That's the right answer. Right now we need Amruta to join us. But you know, Amruta is very busy in getting down to action. We had no food, like not no, like today, we have nothing else apart from what we eat for lunch and dinner. Like there's no snacks, nothing in the house. So she, I think, ordered that. And secondly, today our gas went off. So there's no way to heat food that is made or something. Like we have ordered a gas, like the cylinder. We don't have that pipeline yet here. We have to go and make application in BMC, but in the municipality, but we do, again we couldn't do it, just like I can't cut my hair or something like that. So it's kind of a mess, and Amruta just like at some point was like, I'm going to fix all of this and then I'll come on stream. So I hope she's fixed all of that and we're going to then call her. And then yeah, induction stove we can use. We have this big cooker, electric one. Oh, Rajabov. Yes, we can call Rajabov. Nice. That's a good one. Not BMC, MGCL. Yeah. Okay. Right now, Anish to play. I think Anish will go BG3. So, Arjun in trouble. Let's keep an eye on this. Let's go to Magnus and see what he's up to. Magnus Carlsen here went rook a5. Okay. Jordan took, attacked the bishop. He went bishop back. King b2. And now Magnus plays h5. Okay, guys. You know what? I really like how Magnus manages to rearrange his pieces. See, when I looked at this position, I was afraid that look, his rook will come here. This bishop will come and exchange it. And then this rook and this, it'll be very tricky for black to hold. I mean, what is the way in which he can fight? So Magnus finds king f6, and his point is if he comes here, I'll come back. Now my king is safe. Your rooks also can't enter. But Jordan was actually smart. He did this to create a passed pawn. And now once again, I thought he'll take here. Where does the bishop sit? Because already the outpost is gone. So Magnus once again very smart goes for this. And he's not exchanging, trading rooks or anything. Now his bishop is safe. Rook is here. And then he plays the move h5. And now he's threatening g4. Imagine something like this where the bishop is putting pressure. Then you are able to create a passer here. This could be an endgame lesson here. Okay. What would you do if you were Jordan here? Suppose you are facing the world champion. What would be your move as white in this position? Guys, what would be your move? Let's see what is the move that you guys have recommended. h3, I like it. It's a bit passive, but it gets the job done. You know, in order to play g4, you have to exchange more pawns. There's also rook c2, not bad. Rook c7, not bad. h4 is a very not, I think h4 I wouldn't do. Because then after take here, g2 would hang with a check. So not h4 for sure. Guys, some good suggestions by all of you. Good job. Let's quickly go and check what is up with Pragg. Praggnanandhaa versus Abdusattorov. And Pragg did exchange here with rook c1, rook d1, takes, queen c2. Pragg doing it well. He's doing it well. Guys, joining me all the way from the bedroom, the one and only Amruta Mokal.
Hello, Sagar. Hope all is good. Hope you're good. Hope
Yes.
the games are interesting.
Amruta, have you saved our house?
From?
You ordered a lot of things and you got like.
Yeah, I ordered some dry fruits and I think, are you okay? Because we had nothing. We had nothing as a experiment to see how it works. And it didn't work well. Anyway, so Sagar, how is it going and how are you?
Today it seems like the most dangerous day for Indians. Okay, let me give you a quick update. Firstly, Amruta, this is Wijk. Welcome.
Oh, it's so crowded today.
Yeah,
Or is it
it's
like,
always.
no, it's not.
It's
so...
always open
it?
tournament is going on.
Oh.
As the grounds are finished, it gets empty. Where should I take you? Do you want to go to the Open or Masters?
Masters. First.
Okay, let's go to Masters.
Oh, what? What was that?
Well, I took you there. Okay. Now, this is Gukesh playing against Fabiano. This is not a new sight for you. You saw it at the Olympiad as well, didn't you?
Ah, yes.
Where Gukesh beating Caruana became the news of the tournament, correct? Because
Totally.
Caruana,
So Caruana would be wanting revenge.
and revenge seems very possible because Gukesh was in big trouble here. If you look here, this queen put pressure here, it moved from here, and all of a sudden Gukesh did not know what to do because now the pawn here is under pressure, the bishop would be hanging, and bishop takes f6 is coming. If you move the knight, g7 is hanging.
Very surprising with the white king in the center. All of this is happening. Amazing.
But Gukesh went here, then he gave up a pawn like this, then knight came here, he played h4. Then he took here, h5, and we thought, okay, game is over because it's mate. But of course, Gukesh is Gukesh. He finds a great defense, goes back, knight e7, b takes c4, and now Gukesh fighting back with f6. Opponent goes bishop e2. He puts his rook here, putting pressure on this pawn. Knight d2, defending this pawn, and now bishop b7, putting pressure here. So you know the game is far from clear. Although clearly white is better. White is pawn up.
Yeah, but as you rightly said, that he's counter-attacking, and sometimes when white was so much better, what happens is if he doesn't get anything, he kind of feels a little disappointment there. So have to see. Rook h4 has been played by Fabi here.
Oh, he
This
finds this
is
good move.
definitely a playable position.
This is not, I mean, from
It's
an
not
engine
lost.
perspective, it is
Yeah.
lost for
Yeah.
black. But from a human perspective, guys, with a king on e1,
Yeah.
this is very Gukesh-like position. Gukesh likes mess. I am actually interested to see Gukesh's room. Do you think that it would be messy?
No, because I many times see that what chess players love on the board, sometimes that is so at such a high level that they cannot have the same thing in the other
No,
part.
but you are right. Actually, I
About certain
I
things.
like very clean positions and all positional chess. But in at home, I like mess.
Exactly.
So
No,
maybe-
you don't like mess, but you don't feel like spending time
I
to
don't care.
clean mess.
I don't care. Yeah,
You would be happy if somebody cleans the mess for sure.
not really.
No?
No, I am.
Should I do more mess? And then you'll be-
You are talking as if you clean the mess. I've never seen you cleaning any mess. Okay, guys. Our personal problems aside, Amruta, going
Yeah.
to the next game to show you is between Anish Giri and Arjun Erigaisi. Now, Anish Giri has been in scintillating form. He has beaten Gukesh. He's beaten Magnus. He has drawn with Pragg.
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing really well.
Without
And
doubt,
now,
without doubt.
now in this position, he has a big advantage. Look at that. Look at Arjun's king. And I will
What?
tell you,
Oh my God. You know, like just looking at the board on the surface, you feel that that is a rook, yeah? And the king is on a bit.
exactly.
Suddenly, you said, look at the king, and I'm like, oh my God, unbelievable. Yet, I would say, Sagar,
Huh.
I mean, it should have been look at the king, and the bar should have been completely like, filling up that space.
No, not
But
really.
it's not like that.
It's not. It can't be so bad, no, because the
It ha-
king can sit here. There is still a pawn. You are
No,
putting
it
pressure
is
on
not
e5.
so bad, but it could have been so bad. I mean, look at the king on the B open file.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Correct. Oh, bishop.
Brilliant.
Amruta, I guessed this move right. This is what happened. Okay. Now threat. Big threat, Amruta. e6. And you lose the queen. Because knight is also attacked. Actually, it's not a big problem because I can go bishop here. And you can't take here because your queen is hanging. Okay. So it's not really a big threat. But I
But you have
definitely
to
look.
move, you'll move the king.
Amruta, look at this king. This king is like a person who has done life insurance, medical insurance, has lot of savings, his life is safe, everything. This guy is saving,
Settled,
is
kids are
living.
married. They are also in a good family.
Yeah,
Everything is
all
fine.
is well.
Yeah, all
But
is
this
all
guy is living life like a.
like you.
No care of future. Just
Yeah. I do remember I have to do the medical insurance.
go and do it.
Not now.
Guys, which is the best medical insurance?
Guys, come on. They'll all start fighting. Anyway. But very surprising, no matter what.
People
To
are
me.
saying
Let's
this
do
king
the-
is Anish Giri.
This king is Anish. Arey, perfect
Because,
family man.
family-
Perfect family man.
Having a sponsor, having
Without doubt.
wife,
Without
having a great
Kids,
chess skills,
Danny, Michael,
kids. Yeah.
beating Magnus, having Optiver, being in Netherlands.
Being in what? Being in Netherlands.
Netherlands is a beautiful place.
Okay. I don't know.
Pollution free.
But okay. I think still Anish Giri is not winning or anything, guys. It's far from over. Arjun, is a big fighter. And the time situation also is going to play a role very soon because 16 moves have to be played in in 27 minutes. And guys, all those who want to buy medical insurance, please check our chat. Many people have suggested many good things here, so then you can already think about it. Anyway, Amruta, you're not interested in the next game. Let me show you the next game now.
Please show.
Are you interested?
Absolutely. In between, Bhavesh says trivia. Magnus has never defeated Sagar Bhai in a classical chess event ever.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, don't move. Next game is Abdusattorov versus Praggnanandhaa.
Wow. But Abdusattorov is a pawn up.
Today, Abdusattorov has not worn his black double suit.
Waistcoat, it's called.
Waistcoat, whatever.
He's wearing
that
white
was called
today.
Yeah, today he wears white and black only, I think.
Acha.
I guess that's the only two colors he wears.
Okay, but Sagar Praggnanandhaa is born down, but definitely very active.
This knight
queen.
is nice, no?
Yeah.
It reminds me of these positions in the Berlin where you are pawn down, like this knight sits here and then this is an overextended pawn. Your knights can jump here and there. The queen is active, attacking here. So I think Pragg knows that he has good drawing chances here. Like,
absolutely.
Very good drawing chances.
I mean, if he plays accurately, this is actually a draw towards draw.
Like,
the only
you can
problem is if white white is not going to exchange the queen. The only problem is white is able to get his queen and knight combination together against the king. That is the only dangerous thing which can happen.
Oh, he's going to move his rook.
Oh, he would not exchange the queen for sure. I mean, then it's just like offering a draw, right?
I like how Pragg and Nodirbek.
Oh, by the way, Sakar Chess says interesting. Based on the pieces ka color, Nodirbek will white. Like right now he's white, so he's white.
Oh, Sakar Chess, that's interesting. Let's see if tomorrow when he's black, he wears black color clothes. That's a very good point. He goes Rook D2, Amruta. He attacks the queen. Maybe Queen C1 check, King H2.
Yeah.
Then what do you do next? My only worry is that black does not have anything active to do. And you can't just be...
Sometimes you just stop your opponent's activity.
Sometimes in life you don't do, you just be.
Wow.
But how being is very tough. No?
Of course it is. But
so let's say if I do King
your
G7.
situation is such that you need to be, right?
Queen D6. I'm just making some random moves. I think black will
Rook
be okay.
D8.
Black
One second, Rook D8.
Rook D8. Queen B4. Rook D2. Queen D2. Queen D2. Knight D2. This is draw, no?
Yep.
I can even go F6 and play 2 versus 3. I think this is also a draw.
Yeah, draw.
Okay, cool. Amruta ne bol diya draw to draw. You know, there was this one movie. Which one was that? Delnaz ne bola ye to ye something. You remember? Aakhe, I think. In that he says, ye bola matlab ye.
Chat will remember for sure. Soumya hoti thi to definitely we call her the Grandmaster of Bollywood.
What is the sound?
Okay. Sorry. जो my jacket का button.
Gives a check.
Aakhe.
Yeah. By the way, let's go to the next game. Amruta, let me show you.
This is going to
Magnus Carlsen's game against Jordan van Foreest.
What has Magnus done to his hair?
He has combed his hair.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
for Magnus,
I'm very interested to see his face actually.
He's not showing his face today much.
Anyway.
Okay, so Magnus played this position and I thought that this one is drawn, right? Like it's very drawish. There are only 4 points. But what Magnus wants to do is wants to play timely G4, open up his bishop here and his rook here, create 2 passers if he can, and then try to win. So Jordan goes H3 and he says, if you will ever play G4, we will exchange more pawns. So then Magnus plays Rook E5. His idea is to come in here and take this pawn. But Jordan just stops it with Rook C2. Now Magnus goes h4 and he says, my idea was never g4. I just want to now fix your pawns on light squares so that in any endgame my king can go like this and then create trouble.
Wow.
So Riordan went rook b5 and offered a trade of rooks. Magnus now went rook d8 and improved his rook position because rook was doing nothing here. There is no g4 anymore. So you tell me, Amruta, what are your feelings here? Like, let's say take. Already Magnus seems to be doing very well with the king entering.
Yeah, I mean, I can only tell you one pattern. If both the rooks are not there and if this king is over here on g3 and you are getting g4, for g4 there is bishop f3 and this is like just zooming in. So,
Oh, this is great. Amruta, 1 second. You are talking very sensible things today.
I think you're not well, so I have to.
Guys, what's
I
wrong
can't
with
take the
her?
liberty of, you know.
So what Amruta is saying, that just imagine that in some way that this rooks are traded, like, you know, somehow we will
King
come
f4. Go king f4.
to this position, and let's say after this the king is here somewhere. Then
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at
she
the pattern.
suggests,
If the king
no,
is
no,
in
no,
G-
no, 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 great, guys, find a great move for black here.
Okay.
Very smart, yeah, very smart. Pan. You got pan. From where?
Doesn't matter. You have got what you love. How
What? Amruta ordering so many things because I said my head is paining. Amruta, amazing, I can tell.
गैस ही गया है आज तो हमको basically ठंडा खाना.
Guys, we have internet in home, like very good internet, very good machines, very good everything, phones, but gas is a little bit, food is a problem. Okay. By the way, he takes on e5 in the game.
Arey, people got it right, yeah.
G4.
Wow, awesome. But
One
you should
second.
have asked them the plan. But
Can you
anyway,
read?
they did get. VSSC, Sudhakar, Rishikesh, Sumit Abha, Celia, Pallavi, Alston, Rajesh, Sonu, and Shrini Shruti.
Can you show
Yeah.
how?
So G4, the idea is pretty obvious. If you take HG4, then there is bishop F3, and this guy just rolls in, unstoppable. So that would be winning. Obviously, you cannot take here anyway. It is, I mean, you will have to take here, and in this case, it can also be saved, but the whole point is you lose all the pawns. So that was the pattern. If the rooks were exchanged, if the kings are well placed. And the main thing is that this a pawn is stopped because of the bishop on 8. Whereas this bishop is not very close to stopping the h pawn. Well, I think they are at the position of king takes e5. And now Van Forest is thinking.
Suddenly our house is filled with so many healthy. Guys, Chavanprash.
Free में ऐड क्यों कर रहे हो? But the point is, Sagar, whatever we have, this is what I want you to understand, that you're never ready for winter is coming.
No, I'll not eat
If you
everything.
eat pan right now, you should eat after 1 hour. Let's say chavan.
Amruta.
Kind of a thing.
Ding Liren versus Aronian is equal.
Let's say that is interesting. King on b8 wala. And Gukesh. I think both the games are very interesting.
I know, but let's quickly check the other games which we haven't seen.
Okay.
Vincent Keymer is having an advantage, is not losing, but is worse against Wesley So.
Yeah. Oh, but what's happening? G6 right now.
Wesley So will actually.
Queen d3 looks forced. No, rook d8 is also there.
Yeah, but Wesley So is really going to press here.
Yeah, for sure. No, you want to queen d3. I think you'll take on d8 and go maybe queen g4.
Or maybe Queen D7.
That's even.
So, okay. Here. Then we have. So, Ding Liren and Aronian equal. Anish Giri and Arjun Erigaisi Queen D2 played after King A8 by Anish. Good move. Anish pressing. Abdusattorov, Praggnanandhaa, drawish. Pragg also ready to exchange queens. Then
Okay,
Van Forest versus Carlsen. Amruta, I have a feeling that Magnus will press here. What do you think?
uh, it's important to see what we know what black wants to do. Definitely,
Oh,
they
look,
are the
look, look, he's
weaknesses
coming
there.
in with the king.
Yeah, but rook c7, 1 second. Rook d2. Rook c7 would be a mistake, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Still not a big deal. I
yeah,
mean,
because this
not
is...
such a big one.
Okay, and then let me finish my roundup. Rapport versus Maqsood Lu is equal. And Fabiano versus Gukesh is... Okay, Gukesh is like worse clearly, but let's see if there's hope at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we go to Arjun versus Anish game?
Yes, I think that's the most interesting. Sammy says, Sagar, do you think in the light of recent events, this could be the beginning of the end for Carlsen's dream of 2900 in near future?
He's
And
already
is
said
effective.
that he doesn't want to now put pressure for 2900.
Really?
Yeah. He said it already.
Oh.
Magnus is slowly and
I mean,
steadily...
we can see even 2900 is such a tough thing. I mean, not so many people could not really reach there. Only shows that.
Hey, Amruta, look, queen d2, knight b6 happened. And now the best move was knight d4, but he went a4, which actually allowed queen c6. And this is what Arjun is so good at.
And he quickly played, yeah?
Yeah.
He didn't
played...
take how much time? 1 second? Oh, only
No,
30
he took 20
plus 10.
seconds.
No, 40 seconds.
20
30 seconds increment plus 10 seconds.
No, 30-second increment. He was on 21:33 and he ended with 21:44. So he took 20 seconds.
Okay. 20 seconds. That is so smart. So are you right now threatening to take here?
Not really.
Or are you just right now moving your queen from the disco, also safeguarding d5, also pressurizing?
What about a5?
That's the first basic question. Where would you take your knight? a4 or d7?
No, don't play
is
d7.
super bad. D7 is bad because of simple reason. Because a knight can no longer support this. So there comes rook f d1 and you will lose this.
Fantastic commentary, yeah. Okay.
So that's why the best move would be to go knight c8.
And then Amruta, where then? Yes, and there.
Yeah. And then this, and then this, and the knight on b5 also blocks the file in some way.
Okay, one question. One question to you.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, queen c6, Amruta. By the way, did you realize this is a matchup between two winners of the death match? 1 and 2.
Wow, what an observation.
Guys,
amazing.
At some point we were thinking that we could have the next death match between both of them because they both have won death match 1 and 2. But then today they are already fighting it out against each other and we will see.
Nice. Chris Ken says Amrita never challenges CA with simple maths or calculation.
But Amrita, my question is, he goes rook d1, but my question was, what if knight d4? Then I think Arjun was happy to take and play this position and then take this
knight
pawn.
versus bishop.
But
still would
he went rook f d1
directly. Rook f d1. Yeah, so right now he is threatening a5
and then chop this.
So number one question, the natural move of rook d8 to defend the d5 and to get ready for a5 is not good, guys. Because of many possibilities, but the strongest could be to go queen a5, putting more pressure here.
Yeah.
And now if you go king a7 defending this, now bring your knight to d4 because it is also threatening.
Take
so you're
the
kind
knight.
Forcing the exchange. But just this queen over here feels, uncomfortable for black. Again, coming back to the question, Sagar, he played rook f d1, but Anish could have gone queen a5 even here as well.
No, then knight takes a4.
Oh.
But that looks scary, rook a1.
Yeah, that looks really complex. Then again, I'm a little confused because after rook f d1, when we are looking at rook d8, queen a5, now if we go knight a4, Oh, guys,
Yeah.
what should
People are saying ask questions. So here's your
what
question.
should white player find a good move? AJ says greetings from New York. Arre, क्या बात है? Have you cleared the moves?
Yeah. Oh, people want to go rook a1. Guys, rook a1 is not the best idea because then knight can move away to b2 hitting here, and if you trade this, only the queens get traded, and then king b7. So the right move, which Amruta people have found here, is rook takes c4, and the
There
right
is a pin, guys. I think that's what you must have missed. Rook c4, Satyam, Shriram, Ayush, Kunal, CD, Anmol, Abhinav, Sandeep, Abs and Beans, and Celia. Yep, you guys have got it right. Rook c4, very, very alert.
So rook c4 really is now getting worrisome. So I feel, Amruta, there are so many tactics in the air. Now after rook d1, what do you do? Because as you said, this, and then eventually this is under pressure
Correct.
like this. So you can't play rook
Rook
d8.
d8, right. Find a good move, guys. Find a good move, which is impossible. So if you go rook f d1, I think the move here which Arjun has to find.
I know what he will play. You know what he will do, Amruta?
Has it happened?
No, he's not happened. He's going
Yeah, he's played rook f d1.
Yeah, he has played. But
Oh.
Arjun has not played.
Ah.
So the move, look at this. Ready?
Yes. Okay, wow. I mean, first of all, wow.
Yeah.
But if gf3,
GF, and now D4. Now the thing is, my pawns are protected. Knight and bishop protect each other. Okay. If you play a5, attacking here.
no, queen a5, right? All the time we are basically wondering. But in this case,
Queen a5, there is no threat. What is your threat? Look, my pawns are unbelievable. I'll go king a7. You have
no, I
nothing.
mean, you couldn't play knight a4 because of rook c4. Wasn't it what? That is something we
No, I don't want knight a4. I just want these central pawns. So you play a5 because if I move this, then you will lose this.
Okay.
So I go c3.
Queen d3 with the idea of queen a6.
Queen d3. Knight a4 or knight d5. Oh, no, he took the pawn. Oh my god, Arjun, greedy Arjun.
He's gone into
Greedy
risk,
Arjun.
big risk. But Sagar, one interesting fact I would like to mention here, that there was a very interesting move
Huh.
for black, which as I was mentioning, pretty impossible, very engine-like machine move. So
Which one?
we are not expecting Arjun to play that for sure.
Which one?
But a move g5, for a moment, if we can just have a look at it.
a5. Because if
What
you
was
knight move the
happening?
knight,
Why
then
was it so strong?
knight a4.
Okay.
You take here. I
Oh,
take
white is
here.
still
You
better,
take
yeah?
here. And then c3. And this is how you are
It's
playing.
too complex. No, g5 is inhuman.
No, the main point is that he's saying that your bishop is not doing much. So I'm ready to give up on. And Anish taking off his jacket. This is something he was doing often against Magnus Carlsen also. Removing the jacket, coming back. Amruta, how about actually Arjun has narrowed the path for Anish, guys. So what has happened is, generally,
Is this a
Amruta,
blunder? Yeah, people are wanting to know.
no, it's not a blunder. It's like this, that firstly, when you are going towards some beautiful place, correct? What happens is that you have highways that take you there. They're like big roads. But if you want to see some beauty, natural beauty, soon the paths will become smaller and steeper and all of that. Why? Because only if it is that way will that place remain beautiful, because people can't reach there easily.
Wow, Sagar. Amazing.
Same way, Anish's paths were many when he was better. But now that he's coming closer to victory, there is only one path now for him. It's become very narrow.
Oh, so you mean if he misses this path, then he's actually not
He would,
going to see the beauty?
yeah, he would then have to just go back.
Go back
So,
home.
so this move is what you need to find. White to play.
मजा आया.
ढूंढो इस खूबसूरती को ढूंढो guys, find the beauty. People are saying take this pawn. अरे भाई ये pawn मारने के बाद if you take this pawn, take here, Arjun is the happiest person in the world. He finds it. Anish Giri is so amazing.
But rook a1 is the natural
No,
move,
but he
Sagar.
didn't take that pawn. And Amruta, let's see who.
That way you're saying. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he had queen d5 and that to reject and then to play rook a1 is not natural. Okay. Yash, Goenka, Manvik, Sahil, Rishikesh, Celia, Kathiresan, Shobha, Piyush and Piyush.
All the Piyush is in the house finding the answer. Now Amruta, where does your knight go? Because if your knight comes here, then the rook takes the pawn.
Kind of? No, but 1 second. You don't need to move the knight.
Because it's defended.
Yes.
Okay.
So what do you do right now? Because d4 is one option. Like if you want to save the pawn, that's definitely there. But
D4?
then queen a5 I would be worrying about. Yes.
But d4, knight d4?
Oops, sorry. Anyway, it's hanging.
Yeah, that's
So rook d8 if I go. So two options, yeah, counter attack. One is rook d8 defending, one is c3 counter attacking. Here I think queen a5 would be something I would worry.
No, here the most worrying move is e6. Why? Because you are pushing the pawn, opening up the knight, opening up the bishop. You can't take here because the knight is hanging. So all that is leading now to Arjun to find some move which might not be so simple.
So second move is to counter attack. c3.
C3.
Now you go queen d3 or queen a2. Oops.
Now you can't play queen d5 because there, if you take queen d5, for example, I will take, and now my knight is hanging, my bishop is hanging.
No, but this pawn, c2.
Sorry?
c2.
C2, rook d2.
No, acha, rook d2. Yeah, I lose the pawn.
No, not c2, but here is the very classy move, Amruta. Rook d8.
Wow.
And you can't
Again,
take on
you're
a4.
attacking, you can't take here, it's
Yeah.
defended. You don't have time to take here because this is attack.
So rook d8,
Wow.
you take, and now you can't take on a4 because rook d1 is a back rank mate. And if you play h3 to take away the back rank,
Now c2.
c2.
No? It's just
Yeah.
gone.
So Arjun is clinging on here, but I think Amruta, his opponent.
So c3, you
C3
don't take
has
on
to-
d5.
No, you can't take on d5. c3, you have to play queen d3 maybe.
No, c3 I thought of two moves. Yeah, queen d3 and queen a2.
Yeah, but
If
queen
you go
d3,
queen d3,
knight b2,
but rook a6.
king b7, and now your rook
Whoa.
is hanging and queen is hanging.
Wow, if you take here,
93.
then you take
And
here
winning for Arjun.
Oh my god. So you can't play. So it's clear, right? By the method of elimination, we have reached the move queen a2.
Queen
And
a2.
now this is attack. You need to move the knight without any doubt.
No. If I move the knight, I'll get mated. No, queen takes a6.
If knight b6, no, queen a6, knight.
Achha, you are going knight b2. Okay.
Oh, but it's lost. But that's what they say. Rook d5.
Rook
Maybe
d5 is a brilliant move.
What? No, not a brilliant move. It's just a natural
No,
move. It's
Amruta, the thing
defended.
is,
it was hanging. Rook was
It's
hanging.
completely winning
Yeah, just the move is not brilliant.
because rook c5, queen c5, queen a6. Okay, it's winning, but just
Okay.
okay. Rook a1.
Okay, so this is
Amruta, you are making my
life miserable.
no excitement come down.
Okay, please use this
No, I'm
logic
just-
of mouse.
I'm just joking. Anyway, you tell me after queen a2,
Yeah.
should we go knight b2 or what should we do? Oh, can we go rook b8?
Rook?
b8.
What is happening?
Queen a4, suppose. Queen takes. Rook takes.
C2 and rook b1.
c2, rook b1.
Oh, so
No, rook
Sagar.
a6, rook a6. But king b7.
You again attack this.
Rook
You
d
don't-
a1.
Both are
Rook d8.
Okay. It's a lot of forcing moves calculation
Queen.
if I'm
Rook takes and king a6.
nice variation. It's brilliant. It's really brilliant.
Hey, everyone's saying go to Pragg game, but Amruta, Pragg game is nothing but it's a draw only.
No,
Let's
maybe
quickly
something would have happened.
go
Maybe
to
we can
go to
check
Pragg.
once. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's why maybe.
Maybe it's just it's. What do you think?
No, nothing much
Equal.
right now.
I
mean,
guess
he
he'll
will
go
push. Wijk will
G5,
definitely
King
push.
G7, King G6, H5, like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he'll even be
What
able to
about
push.
Gukesh? Gukesh.
Gukesh, let's go to Gukesh. No, Gukesh is in big trouble, Amruta. Look, Rook C5.
So Caruana actually managed to continue the form in the game, yeah?
Yeah, it was okay till here. But once again, in this position, Gukesh got some chance of playing F5 and getting back into the game. But he played Rook A5. And this has given rise to Rook G4 check. And if you play King H8.
1 second. What's wrong actually? I mean, I don't see anything which is immediate. There are no pieces which are hanging. Okay, Queen D7 is a move which I'll consider. Takes. If Queen D7, Rook D7, and I can't go Rook F7 because it's lost, mate in 1. I mean, mate in 2.
Check is there.
Rook
And also,
E8,
if you move this knight, then this rook comes to G7.
No, knight F5 I could go. But bishop D3. Oh, lost. Rook H7 mate. Oh, that's the idea. And if you go here, Rook E8. 1 second, if you go
Again,
here.
no, this or not. Yeah.
Yeah, or and bishop D3, H6 and Rook G7. You can't stop that. Oh, shit.
Amruta is in great form, guys. So, Gukesh, I think now has to, after King H8, Queen D7, he's gone. Like, because this position is just too bad.
So, one question to you. Did everything change in the last move? Like,
yes, this move.
What went wrong exactly?
No, he goes King F7. But
Yeah,
Amruta, now H6 Rook G7 is very strong because Queen can come in.
For H6 Rook G8 he would be considering.
And also Knight G6.
Knight G6. No, but Knight G6 Queen D7 still, I'm not sure.
Bishop F3 with the idea of BD4.
Ooh, no, this is very hard.
Yeah, this
almost impossible to.
This is very difficult to defend. By the way, people are saying Magnus is pressing.
Oh, his king reached G2. I mean, this is a rook endgame.
So what happened was, here they traded the rooks. Then A5, he went in. Rook. Oh, this happened what you had said. BD5, he traded. Now A5 is hanging. So A6, King G2.
Now King H3 is
No, this is not
if
easy.
you go A7.
A7, Rook A5 force.
Rook A5. Now will you go Rook G?
Yeah, Rook G7.
No, Rook G7, King H3.
Rook G5.
Okay, got it. This is, anyway, you're losing the pawn. Oops.
Because H pawn is passer now. So I can't give that up. I can't give my A7 pawn.
Yeah.
So maybe Amruta, I should go King B3. King H3.
Now if I take here,
King B4, Rook A1.
Now you go Rook G7. No, or King B5. Okay, both look possible. But your threat is to take here. I don't have time to.
King G3, Rook G5.
Oh my god, it's
Rook G5, Rook A5.
Wow, Lucena building the bridge. I mean, the concept.
So I think Magnus is in. I mean, he will push, but I think it's a draw. We will come back to this game. Let's quickly go to Anish Giri versus Arjun Erigaisi. And Amruta, Rook A1. Arjun does. No, we were thinking he will play C3, but he plays Rook B8.
Yeah.
But now what is Arjun's plan to E6? Arjun has 12 minutes. Anish has 19 minutes.
And they have to make 11 moves, right? 28. No, 12 moves.
Yeah, 12 more moves. E6?
Yeah, E6 is just too natural.
Rook B4. Defending this. And getting all the pieces.
But Sagar, until you are not able to take on D5, okay, I would still say that there are a lot of complexities involved because of those two pawns, and you miss something, and then black is just like winning because of the C pawn, which is so close. So position is very complex, whatever the Indian says in their minds.
I agree with you 100%, Amruta. Rook b8 has created complexity of the nature where now after take, take, we have seen already the move that saves black, because you might think, oh, the bishop is hanging and the knight is hanging. If the knight moves, then the bishop hangs. But you have the move which is really very nice, and that is rook d8, trading this rook, and then black is out of the woods. So Anish would definitely not want to take this.
I love the idea of rook d8, which is happening again and
Huh.
again. You know, it is actually just offering an exchange, but it is attacking the opponent's rook by doing so.
And
Yep.
Amruta, e6 is just the kind of move that Anish wants to play. But after rook b4, knight e5, now queen takes e6 is possible because the rook is protecting here. So all in all, it does seem like the position is very complicated, and an engine would beat a human quite easily with white. But a human to beat another human, especially a resourceful player like Arjun, is not going to be easy.
Totally. Like Anish will have to calculate all the variations, which is going to take some more time. I'm expecting him to think for at least 4 to 5 minutes here. What about you?
Well, he's almost ready with his move, I think, because the moment he starts to put his hand up, he's already seen something here. And we are on move number 28, guys. No draw offers before move 30. So I don't think they are going to offer a draw, anything like. I mean, here there is no chance of a draw happening. The reason is simple. That's Magnus Carlsen here, there, looking at the game. And it's so cool, no? He's like standing there. Arjun knows Magnus is there. He's playing Anish.
Also, Magnus would have calculated right now. Would be interesting what he would be thinking.
Well, also Magnus is looking at Anish, and because Anish is playing so well, this could be the year that Anish wins his first ever Tata Steel, because he's been playing since 2009, I think, in the Masters.
Yeah.
2009 to 2023, that's almost 14 editions of Tata Steel Masters for Anish. And guys, another big reason why Anish has become the player that he is because he got to play so many super tournaments in his home country. And that is one more reason why we would love if we can create our own classical super tournament here in India, and which will give an opportunity to more Indian players to play. That would be very helpful, I think, in the long run. But okay, we should definitely think about it.
Sudhakar says Sagar is a body language expert. Lord Never says Sagar is a micro expression expert too.
Raj Manikandan says, how many moves have been made in Pragg versus Abdusattorov game? I think they must have. Oh, he plays e6. Okay, now Arjun must find rook b4. Arjun is ready. Arjun Erigaisi, he's played his move very quickly. मजा ही आ रहा है, मजा आ रहा है.
ये game amazing है.
This is good fun game because you know, Amruta, Anish has been.
And Anish, right?
No, he looked at him and he's like.
Yeah, he's like, what is this move? That was his.
But it's the best move according to the engine.
That's what they are assessing. I think is completely something else.
But what is the move that a human would think of this as a mistake?
Yeah.
And he's like,
there are two things. What is wrong? Either he's thinking it is a mistake, or he's thinking like, oh, how did I miss this? That is a possibility, you think?
What about queen d5 now? Or it's still bad, no? Queen d5 has no point. Take. And this is defended. C3. I don't think. Yeah, c3 is looking good. Oh, once again, he's ready to play. He's ready to play. So he's very confident. Anish is very confident about the move. But Arjun is like sitting with a poker face.
But Anish is not very confident. He's about to play, but
he's almost climbed the chair. Anish might even jump on the board. Never seen him play chess like this. Look.
No, he's gonna take his time. I think he's underestimating this move. Oh no, 94, not a good move. That's what he's missed something.
No, it's fine.
No?
It's fine. Because, this is what he wanted. If you take, then this is hanging.
Oh, in fact, it is a very strong move what he has found, right?
No, and his point is, if you play queen b6, he has another move here up his sleeve. Guys, what is the move that Anish has prepared?
By the way, Sudhakar, very nice. He had asked a question, what about knight d4? in
Arre,
Arjun?
Sudhakar,
And
well
Anish
done.
did play. Oh, we have got a super chat from Prasad Dupuri who says, your videos helped me getting back into chess, improving my accuracy to 65% on average with 1100 rapid and 700 blitz. You are invited to our home when you are in Boston area. Arre.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Amazing.
What's the winning move?
रेटिंग बढ़ाया तो
Jaden
घर पे
Thattil.
बुलाया है सागर but if your rating goes down or by chance
No
please do
food.
not cancel the invitation.
No food at home. Oh, and now Amrita, this is the point. Knight c2. Because now, and by the way, a super chat by Anmol Khimani. Thank you so much, Anmol. This hangs. Oh, and Arjun finds the best move here, Amrita.
Only move,
Because
yeah?
knight d4, queen b6, knight c2 was better. But now queen b7, knight c2.
I thought he's playing e7.
No.
But he just killed a mosquito or maybe some dust or whatever.
Because, you know, Amrita, this is the reason why Anish was looking at Arjun like this. See,
One question. Yeah, okay. First
he was saying knight b4, knight b4.
If I don't go queen b7.
If you don't go
why
where?
are you appreciating queen b7?
Because knight c2 is the threat. Rook moves, rook takes a4 is hanging.
If I go queen e8, then my d5 goes with a check after knight c2.
Exactly. So that's the reason why queen b7 defends d5. But then
what
Anish
about
will go
knight
knight
c2?
c2 and attack this.
Oh, rook b2. You pin
अरे
the...
पिन का क्या ये मर रहा है?
Sorry.
Piece down.
So c3 is the only move counter attack.
c3 you have to find first. Okay.
But that's the only move counter attack. Still not yet over because you can now go rook c4 and defend a4 knight.
Oh yes, you can go here. That is true. Okay, let me see. If I go queen d3, you will go rook c4 and then your knight is defended. Okay.
True.
So what if I take this pawn now?
Yeah, I'm thinking whether first queen d3, rook c4 and then you take or directly you take.
Directly take so that this is attacked.
Okay. So queen
take,
takes d5.
Take. Oh, by the way, he's going to play. Let's see what he plays.
He's going to play knight c2.
He's playing knight
Pretty
c2.
obvious.
He plays it. And now, guys, Arjun must play c3. And Arjun is, I am sure Arjun is ready with his move.
Such a complex position and they are able to make the moves very fast in comparison. Yeah. This is
Amrita, it's the only move, right? It's now only because if you move the rook, then this is hanging.
No, I'm not talking about one move. In general, they're playing very fast.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if you were thinking, I'm sure you would have come down to 30 seconds, got under time pressure, फिर दो move में blunder, lost.
Because, guys, if Arjun does not play c3, he's losing the rook. So it's a
Forced
no.
move,
I have no doubt that Arjun will play c3.
But why is he thinking?
Just making sure everything is fine.
Hmm.
You know, Arjun has this look of him when he knows the move. You look at him, he looks different. When he's almost about to move, like, you know, his face looks different. But when he doesn't know the move that he wants to play, he looks more calm. Here he's already...
Yeah, you're pretty dangerous. That's what. You understand the micro expression.
But I could never understand when you were getting angry or something.
I'm pretty complex. Way more.
C3 played. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool move. And now Anish has a choice. Should he go into this endgame here? Take. And then the rook is hanging. And if you play like this, then already there is a big problem, guys. The problem is, can you find the winning move here for white? White to play. Can you find the winning move for white?
Tanmay Devi, yes, Daniel King Sagar has invited and he is going to join for some
Tuesday,
time
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Take here, and take here. And there's no mate here. And if you try to come here and do this stuff, then I'll just take this pawn and I'm saving. So c3, take. And Amrita, now you shouldn't do rook c4 business, but you have to do rook b2 business. And your point is, you can't take because this is mate. And I
It's
think
not
now,
so tough, it's
now,
just tactics.
now Anish in this position has to find an insane move if he wants to keep a good advantage. Can anyone find what should White play here? It's actually 3 moves ahead, but what should White play here? Amruta, can you also think? What noise you're making?
No, just calculating also and checking the. There was a doubt.
I don't think I think no one can find this move, not even Anish. But all those who are using engine, guys, don't use. Please think on your own.
Prasad says no going down this time. Focused on improving my accuracy. Confidence देखो बंदे का.
No, because h3 and h4 look the most natural. Because then if you take here, you will take this. So like if you play h3, rook c2, rook a4, and here I will play bishop f2, very strong move because this is here, and then this is a draw because if you take here rook f2 and this is on 7, both are on 7.
What's the insane move? So
The insane move, Amruta, is here to play king f1.
One question to you. Do you need to be sane to find this move, or do you need to be insane to find this
Insane.
move?
Why?
You also need to be insane.
Why?
So if
Because
Anish,
take, and now if you play bishop f2, which you wanted to do, then here, because it didn't come as a check, king is here. Now White has a winning move here, rook f4. No, this is, if Anish finds this, guys, I will book a flight to Wijk and fall on Anish's feet.
What?
Yes. No?
If Anish finds this,
Yes.
you will do that.
Yes.
When?
Tomorrow, right now, we have commentary khatam karke we will leave.
I am to here na.
First let them reach there, that position.
So much confidence that he will not find.
No. That.
Anish. But if he finds it, it also means he's insane, because you said you need to be insane to find this move.
Absolutely. Look, I think it will happen. Why? I'll tell you. Because firstly, the queen is attacked, right? If the queen moves away somewhere on e2, then he plays rook c4, as you just mentioned, and he's fine. So Anish is like, okay, now I need to recover my pawn. So he will take on d5, take here. This will happen. Now Arjun knows for a fact that rook a4 and rook c5 are coming. So he needs to do something. So he cannot move his bishop, by the way, because if he moves the bishop, his rook is hanging. So he will play rook b2. Then he will now has to find king f. This is impossible. Guys,
Kushal Sharma is saying, may God whisper in Anish's ear. Matlab, people are now
guys,
really wanting
I
Anish
will, even if the ticket is 2 lakh,
flight, bol raha hai.
2 lakh rupees, I will book.
But booking, you will only have to do it. I'm not doing anything, okay?
No problems.
And you will touch Anish's feet.
Yes.
Yes.
First, but Anish must
Sagar
take.
blundered bol raha hai, Vedant.
Okay, Anish is doing it, Amruta. Anish is. अरे भाई लिया पहला पॉन तो लिया. Okay.
Come on, Anish. Jalwa
He
dikhao.
took. Okay, now only move rook b2. I think we will come there.
My goodness. Guys, it seems Sagar is going to go to
Okay. Why king f1 what kill?
Khel Anish. Look at his hand. He's so confident.
No, you can't find king f.
Oh, it's so close. He's finding. Because he can't play the f-pawn. Why is he taking his hand there? Does he want to move the bishop? No. Sagar is about to play king f1. Oh my goodness.
No, he cannot.
Robi, itna easily if he finds you, to are gone.
H3, I told you. Human move is H3. Guys. Oh,
Anish once. Anish, take your time. Please, Anish. No. You need to be insane, not a normal family man.
I told you it's not human to find king f1.
Oh my goodness, that was almost too close because
guys, risk भी लेते हैं तो पता है ना क्या risk लेना है.
Oh my goodness. So yeah,
Amruta, it was like right on the edge, but you know that king f1 as a human, you don't think this way like engines. Like the main point is king f1 does not save your knight, doesn't do anything, but it prevents bishop f2 coming with a check. That is so insane to think that you can play rook f4.
That's like visionary. I mean, complete visionary.
Yeah. If you would have played, that's why, I mean, it would have been worth going there.
Arun Raman says, wow, that move is worth $25,000.
Okay, H4
Oh my
played.
God.
And now
Yash Parekh is saying such a talent to make commentary exciting. तुमको talent बना दिया.
ये दोस्तों 2 लाख का फटका वगैरह कुछ नहीं था. Everything was very safely thought of.
It was all calculated.
You were very calculated.
It was like your insane move.
But now Arjun, all that he has to do is take this. He will take on A4, otherwise he's pieced down. What else? Then he will take here because this is hanging, so you have to take. Then he will take here. And now, although he has the E pawn, this is a draw. So you must play Rook G4 to stop this. And once he does that, Rook F E2, you stop the E pawn and shake hands in some time and draw kar lo.
Wow, that means that actually Arjun has managed to, really keep it so complex.
Yeah.
That to find, he got a situation for Anish to find that insane move,
Yeah.
which you were sure that he will not find. That's the confidence towards your, friend.
No,
You
not
have-
my friend. No, Anish as a friend, I would have loved him to find King F1. But Anish as a player, I mean, in general, as a chess player, it's always tough to find such moves.
Yeah,
So,
but kudos to Arjun. I mean, in
Arjun-
that sense,
in that
what a
sense-
defense.
but that also shows how rich chess is. And, even Arjun couldn't find that move because then he would not have gone into that line.
Absolutely.
So-
if Anish would have found that, he would have been poor in one day. Yeah,
Poor way, Amrita, I think 2 lakh rupees we can manage.
we can manage
Yes.
going there. Yeah.
That's fine. That 2 lakh rupees I had made all the arrangements and all.
Hmm.
Anyway, you are not done mediclaim, so we would use that. Okay, let's quickly check what Gukesh is up to, because if Gukesh... No, but should we stick here till few more moves? Because I think that's going to happen.
Whatever
No,
you say,
let's
sir.
I'll tell you what will happen now. Okay, for next
Okay,
10
predict
moves.
it.
Okay, 10 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
Why?
that's 2.5.
No. I'm telling sub
sub-
plies.
bases, whatever.
Take here. Check.
How many moves?
This is already 8, 9. Check. King B6. Okay, 2 moves have been done. 2 moves done. This till here we will reach. Okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Rook
Okay.
C2. It's happened here.
Got it. Pragg game. We will go there, guys, because these moves are gonna happen in a minute. He played Rook A4.
He played. So we have 2 moves made. Now Bishop F2, of course. What else? Arjun, khelo, jaldi.
Sumuk asks, would Magnus have found King F1?
If we tell Magnus find, he will find.
No, then Anish will also find.
Yeah, then Anish
I mean, you will also find.
No, I won't find.
If we tell you,
If you tell me, I will think for half an hour. Maybe. But I won't even... No, I don't think.
No?
No.
Magnus,
But you have to give them... You know what you should do is you should give them position 3 moves back and say calculate.
Very
And
hard. It was
then
hard.
maybe-
No, I doubt.
अरे टिकट एक 1.2 लाख का था वही तो दोस्तों क्या है.
क्या बात है?
Okay.
80,000 you would have.
And now Amrita, let's go very quickly to Praggnanandhaa versus Nodirbek.
Oh, this one.
Oh, and Praggnanandhaa is even pushing his
Yeah,
pawns.
he's
This we
managed
said.
it
This we
very
said he
well.
would do this H5, H4, and he will now go Rook A4. So the main thing here for Pragg, and guys, just remember, is that any exchange, like if you exchange the knights, it's a draw. If you exchange the rooks, it's a draw. So, but if you exchange knights plus rooks, that might be risky. So you keep one set of pieces on the board and it's a draw.
Manish says, see if Arjun shows it during the post-match analysis.
I
No,
don't
doubt
think
even
Arjun
would-
had seen.
I mean, later they will definitely.
You know, if I even know if Anish comes on Chess Base India and I show him this move, he would not even say, "Oh, I missed it." He would say, "Yeah, but it's very
Come,
tough
Pragg,
to
it was
find."
very tough.
Yeah, he would react that way. Okay, very quickly.
Dhanit says, Samay will find. Dhanit बहुत ही आशय में है.
By the way, Magnus Carlsen game, Amrita. Look what has happened.
What?
So
has happened?
we looked at Rook D5, A6. We saw here, correct? Rook A5.
Yeah.
Then he came with this king. Then Magnus took
Yeah.
the pawn. Then he went to g7. Then he played he played g4.
Oh, nice move. Because agar if you go rook g4, then after rook a7 should be lost. I think with if you lose, no, it's not lost.
Because king is closer somehow.
Oh.
King d3, king. Oh my god.
So,
So,
king.
oh, look. I'll show you this. If you go back, Amruta, if you had played here king b3,
No, it was
and
fine.
then this g4, if you take this, then this is winning because your king is one file away. But because your king is on
But how
c3,
does it matter? One second. It
no,
is
the
one
king
file
will
away.
come there. No, in the end, your
See, what's
king.
happening? Rook f7 is happening.
Where?
Right
Let's
now,
say king
what's happening?
c3,
Huh.
check आ रहा है, ठीक है? And if you play king c2,
rook
then
a3.
I will.
Huh, you are attacking the f3 pawn.
Exactly, and here the king would have gone to d3 to e2, defended the f3 pawn.
Oh, got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah, that did have some chance.
But anyway, you will take with the pawn only. But you know, Amruta, what will happen here is when you take with the pawn, guys, remember, it is called as umbrella. Under my umbrella.
Oh, not shouldering? No, sorry, umbrella.
No, because what is umbrella? Umbrella means ki if you go here, then suddenly the rook gives check ki barish, the rain of checks come at you. But if you put here and the pawn comes here, then it's an umbrella because it shelters you from the checks. And then you push. So king g3, and now what does white do? White goes king b4, I go rook a1. Now you have to, if the rain can't come from here, the rain has to come from there. Sideways rain.
Huh.
So then he wants to use this pawn. If it was there, then there would have been umbrella, but there is no umbrella. So finally the king tries to go for umbrella here, but here comes the bridge, not even umbrella, and this pawn queen. So guys, rook end games are all about umbrellas and bridges. Meanwhile, a big result has come in. Fabiano Caruana has beaten Gukesh, because we left this game at this point where Gukesh had played king f7 and then h6 did happen, knight g6, c5. Beautiful move.
Oh, bishop c4 is amazing.
Yeah, bishop c4 is coming, so he had to take with the rook, check, take, king g8, rook a7. Oh, he took on a7. This gave him some chance. Check, king d2, rook h1.
Just saved him for a while. Lasted a little longer.
But Gukesh just resigned here.
Because actually bishop c4 check, there is king h8.
Yeah, the rooks are on the 7th and this check is coming up. And a pawn is a passer, so he resigned, and he cannot even take here because then check and mate. So, okay, Gukesh resigns and he loses his third game in this tournament. So and he's lost 3, he's drawn 3. Meanwhile, going back to the game of Arjun versus Gukesh.
You have water, no?
So, Amruta, look, I had told you. Here. Oh, he played King Anish. Why did you spoil my... nice, rook d2. Actually, Anish's idea was...
8 moves didn't happen.
No, I had calculated bishop f2 and rook f2, like I had seen that. But he played king h2.
But you can right now play bishop g3, king g3. Doesn't this look dangerous?
No.
But both are as.
But he's played rook d2, Amruta. He's played here rook d2.
Yeah.
So if you take, I take, and this is queening. And you have to find rook a6, king here, and rook d6. And then stop this. And then he will go maybe bishop e1.
Yeah.
And then it's a draw. I mean, this is risking, somewhere for Anish. So Anish won't do that.
Rook a6 now.
But the way in which Arjun saved this game from his king being weak is just too good, right?
Brilliant. I think it's really brilliant. Because you really need to be a strong defender. That too with a stronger opposition. Usually defending is a tougher thing. So...
Yeah. No, everyone in the chat saying that go easy on Gukesh, and of course, guys, nothing. I mean, this is a great learning experience for him, and absolutely, it is going to be taking time to you to become a world class player. But what I'm saying is that it's a tough event for him. I mean, he's not doing so well because he has right now the score, which is 1.5 out of 6, but who knows, he'll come back. The thing is, Gukesh himself doesn't consider that, oh, I can't do well in these events. That's why he's reached a rating of 2.7, 2.5 at such a young age. So he will be looking to make a comeback.
And after all, I mean, it is the first classical
Yeah.
event. Yeah, it does.
Amruta, can we go quickly to Carlsen game?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to
Whichever you
Magnus
show.
Carlsen.
Whichever you want to show, whichever people want to see.
Today we are hardly able to see Carlsen's face. He's
Yeah,
putting his
exactly. What
hand
is
like
that?
this, and we are not able to see him
You've
at all.
not seen him at all, like today?
Today, yeah, I
Not
just
at all.
Ah,
Oh,
no, wait.
finally. He's looking like that kind of hairstyles which, in the 50s black and white movies, they had this kind of hairstyle. I think the actors, I think.
I think Magnus has to move his rook, but he's thinking where, because he can go to a6 or here. I believe he will go rook a1, and then Jordan will bring king b5, h3, king b6, h2, rook h7. If you make a queen, I will take it. You take with the rook, I will make a queen here. So you can't do that. So you go king g2.
Jitu?
G2, yeah, king G2, king B7, queen, take, queen, take, E5, G5, E4, G6, E3, G7, E2, G8, E1. Draw.
Nice.
So this is the calculation. 44 moves to
Gonna end like
55.
this.
11 moves calculation.
Thor God says Magnus hairstyle looks like Paul Morphy hairstyle.
Right. Yes, correct. Today he's looking like Paul Morphy. Correct. Very nicely spotted. Richard Rapport and Param Maksudlu drew their game. Okay. Nodirbek versus Praggnanandhaa. He goes rook d7. Amruta.
Is he creating any play? 1 second.
No, I don't think. I think Pragg can take. Pawn takes. Give a check. King
No,
f3.
I thought rook e4. No, why give a check? Attack the e5.
Oh, some worry, no? But then knight f5, knight d6 or not?
Rook e5 आएगा ना फिर? Knight f5, king g6.
Yeah.
Knight d6, rook e5. No, this is simple. This should be simple, na?
Yeah.
Rook f5. Cut the king.
People want to see Arjun's game. Can we go to Arjun?
You don't need my permission ever.
What?
Wherever
Where
you
did
wanna
they go? Where is everyone?
What?
Guys, where are the
What
players?
really happened? Draw? Offer? 1 second. Can you see the clock? You will understand.
No.
Look, Arjun's clock is going on.
So bishop g3 happened. He took here. No. He first played rook
They
d2,
drew.
e7.
They drew.
No, they have not
1
drawn.
second.
Here clock is going. bg3 takes rook e8. Rook d2, pawn d2. Rook a6 here. Rook d6. Now, but they can draw. No, now. I think Arjun will come back and he will offer a draw. I mean, Anish will offer a draw. Someone will offer. Can you see
40,
Anish?
How? Right now there is so much crowd. How will you see Anish?
Generally, you are able to see him here.
Keep this view only. I think it's better.
Arjun came. Arre, Arjun, where are you going?
Maybe what's happening?
Anish is there in the
Ah,
corner.
yeah, near the TV screen. Behind the TV screen. Now he's walking. But where is Arjun?
Arjun went to get water. See, he's come.
So he's coming. Let's
He's
go.
coming.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Do you think like they will look at each other and say draw आंखों ही आंखों में?
They will look at each other. आंखों में इशारा भी हो जाएगा. But they will play.
What to play now? 2 pawns each.
Okay, then they'll draw.
Arjun went to the washroom. He got water. He came aram se. Now he'll think for 10. Offer a draw, no? And then analyze the game with each other.
Akhil asks, how is that even when I have subscribed to your live stream, the live stream doesn't come on landing page?
Come Akhil from 8 o'clock till 29th of January on ChessBase India. It's always on.
Beach mein there are rest days sometimes. So
yeah. It's always there.
23rd and 26th is the rest day.
Durga Deepak says Black King is cut off. That's why Anish won't offer a draw. Interesting, Durga.
हाँ मतलब Anish won't offer करना है तो because of full time he had a better position.
So let's say Durga Deepak. I'll say
Atanu
here.
says this is how police with CCTV traces and tracks a person with multiple cameras.
No, look at this idea. This is just very nice because if you take, you come here, I come here, you come here, I come here. Draw.
Ramesh says Arjun is the calmest ambassador for Indian chess. I think Ramesh, Arjun is the ambassador for calmest.
Calmness, for sure. I mean, he got sponsored by QuantBox, which is great, but he could have been sponsored by someone like Black Lotus, Headspace, or any of these companies which are into meditation.
So one says yesterday Anish told in the interview these youngsters are not experienced. They don't accept draws timely.
Okay, let's go to Pragg, Nodirbek. Because I enjoy watching these two's body language. You know, Pragg hardly cares about what Nodirbek staring and all of that. And Nodirbek is so confident.
थोड़ा छोटा कर लो बहुत यहाँ पर लोगों को नहीं दिखेगा ना. Though I think both of them are towards the board. It's hard. That's smart. But your chair is on H5 at 6.
Okay, now Amruta, I was wanting to check here. You said rook e4. Let's see who plays.
Rook e4 was just one first idea when you attack the e4 pawn. The other one is to cut off the king, white king. Go rook e3. You definitely don't want to give a check because rook a to king f3, rook a3, king g4. You would not like to invite the king, right? It's an uninvited.
You mean you are saying the king comes up and up like here? Here, check.
Yeah, exactly.
King g4, right?
Yeah. Hey, by the way, rook a4 check. If king f5 is there, king h5. Yeah, you're unhappy with this, so.
Oh, he played your move.
But it's the most natural move.
Congrats.
You're attacking your opponent's.
Congrats,
pawn.
Amruta.
Sometimes Sagar gets so happy at some very simple thing.
Played Pragg and you always think alike, it seems, yeah? Rook d5.
Oh, always. Wow, that's a big compliment.
I mean, not in chess, but otherwise.
He played rook d5. How many moves they have made? 48, right? So they are far, far from many time pressure problems.
If right now someone wants to sleep for half an hour, he can. Arjun, let's go to Arjun game because we don't want to miss
Yes.
the draw offer.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. My question: who is going to offer a draw? You think will it
Arjun.
be Anish or Arjun?
Arjun.
But do you think Arjun will offer a draw, or
No,
will he
Arjun.
wait till Anish offers a draw?
But why is Arjun thinking so much? Like he's trying to think what is the best way to hold, huh?
I think he's just relaxing. He's not even thinking. Anish would be like cursing. Arjun, what are you doing? This is such a plain draw. I want to go home. I'm a family man.
Arjun is like, why can't see मैं करूँ क्या और? Game
At
होने
least
के
I
बाद
can watch
I
other
have
games
to,
here.
after the game is over, I have to anyway go out in the cold. Might as well sit here.
Oh my god. I give my views as Arjun re-evaluating his life choices. It's a good question to the chat, yeah. What time pass answers they'll come up with? Why what do you think Arjun is
Arjun is
thinking?
thinking, why was the end of KGF like that? Some movie.
Oh my god.
Timer is 0 on the screen, guys, but on the clock they got added 50 minutes.
Keyboard Warrior says Arjun is waiting for Anish because you can only offer a draw in your time.
Not really. If you make a move and the
And then
opponent is
opponent
not
comes.
there and opponent comes, you can
Yeah,
make an offer.
immediately. I mean,
Because otherwise, if you want to
Yeah.
offer a draw, opponent will not come. You will just
Correct.
lose on time.
correct.
Okay. Very quickly, Magnus Carlsen को जाके देखते हैं because Magnus also not making a move. But Magnus' position is definitely something to think about. But you are right. Magnus does look like Paul Morphy today.
I didn't say that.
No, I'll tell you guys. I'll show you. Have you seen that picture of Morphy?
Picture name or movie.
No, photo.
It's a photo? No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, guys. I'm going to show you.
That is so cool. Maybe he wanted to be like maybe he wanted to play like Morphy today. That's why he.
Yes, that's why he also played Sicilian. But
Oh, he's playing. He played. Magnus played.
what did he play? Rook
Rook
A6 he played. Okay, smart. But King B5 coming with the tempo. Then he doesn't. Okay, got it. One second, guys. I'll explain this part. But first, in order to see Morphy, tell us if you agree that Magnus is looking like Morphy or not.
Oh my goodness.
No?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I agree. Yes, people are also agreeing. I mean,
Is he
wait,
morphing into
no,
Morphy?
no, nahi.
Nahi?
Little bit yes. I think hairstyle for sure yes. Actually, it's very complicated. Oh, yes, no हो रहा है. So 50-50 हो रहा है. Maybe later poll you need to do.
Okay, one second, Amruta. So his idea of Rook A6 was that after King B5, Rook A1. Now if you go Rook C7, H3, Rook C3 check, there is no Rook A3.
No bridge.
So if King H4, there is no Rook A3.
Yeah.
So that is why he played Rook A6 to lure the king in front, and then he wants to go there.
Interesting. I mean,
Arjun played.
He's trying to find his little things even in a
Yeah, sure. I mean, and I think he has to find.
Yeah.
If he wants to win. By the way, where is Arjun now? Arjun left the screen.
Why
Anish is not at all interested in his game at all.
Anish is seeing other games. Anish is like, if I go to my board, Arjun might offer a draw.
But Arjun
I might
is not there. Arjun is not there.
Acha.
Arjun and Anish are those little kids whose parents might take them home, but they want to be in the playground. Okay, he's back.
Carlsen looks like Titanic hero, says PNG. Yeah.
Leonardo.
Yash Parekh says Arjun playing fast in crucial moments intimidates opponents. A great technique or coincidence? Yeah, definitely. I think it's a technique because we are seeing this again and again. Arjun doing this. Uh, but it requires tremendous calculation.
Yeah, for
skill.
sure.
So,
Like these people are not
Mhm.
getting intimidated by someone who plays fast. I mean, they
Yeah.
have spent their lives in all kinds of different difficult situations. You know, Anish, Magnus, all of these guys. So they are not going to get intimidated by just some body language or playing fast. You have to make good moves, which Arjun is doing.
Yeah. Keyboard Warrior asks, I want to donate 20k for ChessBiz India but don't want to give to YouTube commission. What should I do?
Go to
You can write
helpchess.org.
help chess. If
Helpchess.org, and there
you
you
said
can.
Nightbot listens or it doesn't listen. Like if I say to Nightbot, please send a link of helpchess.org. Will you do that?
Nightbot doesn't listen, Amruta. It's like if
What?
someone writes something, then it will do, like if you write disco, 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 then he will write it's the time to disco.
So if you write help chess, help chess, help chess, will it write the link by chance of help chess? Possible. I don't know how it works.
You have to do command.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
What is the easiest way to draw? Like
सब लोग अभी डिस्को 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 लिखने लगे. Now if Nightbot doesn't write disco, it's the time to disco then.
Nightbot सो गया है दोस्तों. It's night for him. So please.
Oh my god. But yeah, being brilliant at chess, thank you for sharing the link. अरे but
अभी इतने डिस्को में उनको कहाँ दिखेगा? 20,000 rupees not going to help chess because of everyone writing disco.
I give my views says I have seen many shots of the 12-year-old boy intimidating his opponent by staring into their souls.
What?
That 12-year-old boy video, no?
Ah.
He saw many videos.
He saw, but yeah, what does he want to say?
No, yeah, intimidating the opponent sometimes. About that.
Here, Magnus.
Kashyap says, why does Arjun calculate looking away from the board? Isn't it better to look on the board? And
Have you seen this movie, Search for Bobby Fischer? Please watch it. Guys, anyone who likes chess, please watch this movie. Find it somewhere on, I think it's on Netflix, or it could be on some other platform also. Find it and watch it. There's a beautiful scene where the coach, I think that's Bruce Pandolfini. So there's this boy called Josh Waitzkin. It's a real life story, and he's very talented and he likes chess. So he's very good. And Bruce Pandolfini, who is the coach, he says that I see great skills in him. So I want to teach him. But at some point, Josh Waitzkin becomes like he's a little bit distracted with the board pieces and everything. So what Pandolfini does is sets up a board position on the board, and he tells that boy, he's like 8 or 9 years old, solve. And when he's little distracted, he just removes the board and the pieces and he says, now solve. And Josh says, but where to solve? There's nothing. And he said, the board is in your mind, it's not over there. And then Josh just thinks like this and he's like, yeah, I find it. So sometimes it's easier to calculate in your head than looking at the pieces, because pieces can distract you.
Nice. Amazing. Pushpajit Chorkar says he has seen it 10 years ago. Actually, many people have seen the movie.
By the way, book by Josh Waitzkin. If anyone wants to know more about Josh Waitzkin, please do so on YouTube, or there's a book called Art of Learning by Waitzkin. Beautiful book, because when Waitzkin was young and became an IM, then this movie got released and he became a very big public figure in the chess world. And then for him, chess no longer remained that pursuit of joy which he could, because wherever he went to tournaments, everyone started cheering for him. He became like a public figure. And for him, chess was a very private thing. So then he gave up chess. He was only an IM. And then he started to go into push hands. It's a form of martial arts. And he went into it and he became the world champion there. So from scratch he learned. So he's written this book called Art of Learning because he's a learner. He learns things very quickly, and he's given techniques on how you can learn things faster, how you can incorporate. So it's a beautiful book.
Yeah, and he's so brilliant actually. One day you were watching that video podcast of
Yeah.
his that was so good related.
People are saying show Levon
But this technique
game.
of
Amruta,
not
Levon
not
did
looking at the
something.
board is okay in chess, but whenever you talk to your wife or people, you must look in there.
Yeah, that is true.
Right, Sagar? You can't use the same technique with me when I'm talking to you otherwise.
Okay, tell me, Amruta.
Yeah.
Levon was playing black here. He was under pressure because somewhere his e6 pawn looks slightly more weak than the d4 pawn.
Correct.
But at some point now, he has played knight e7,
G4. Ding is good.
knight c5 mistake, it seems. Like, you know,
Maybe it should have been on king side for that reason. Like knight e5 and knight f7. I don't know.
yeah, maybe knight e5. What was his plan, perhaps? Rook e5.
But
Oh, rook
d5.
e5, rook
Oh,
d1,
queen
and queen
f1. The king is weak. I get it.
take, check, king moves, queen enters. Can be risky. So he played
So
knight
actually, rook
c5.
c4 would have been better. But anyway, what did he play? Knight c5.
e5. I think he missed this move.
Oh.
Ding.
The king is suddenly become weak, and this is an amazing diagonal here. With
No, and knight
h6.
d7 you can't take because ef4. And suddenly, like, it's not so clear.
Yeah, it's. Kratagya Agarwal says just purchase the book on Audible. Going to listen to it tonight.
You will enjoy it. I remember when I read it first. It was when I went to Bulgaria, and Grandmaster Vishnu Prasanna had that book, and we were on the bus journey from Sofia, which is the capital of Bulgaria, to Varna. And it was an 8-hour bus ride, and I read that book and I enjoyed that ride so much. There are some times, you read something in something at some point and it sort of sticks to your head.
That environment, that focus.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, when I play blindfold, I could only clearly see the board till move 10 to 15, but then can't. Please tell me what should I do? Asks Raghav Garg.
So Raghav, I have this technique which I am trying to implement in exercising. So I started with 25 sit-ups and 10 push-ups and climbing stairs. I live at like a higher floor, so I climb stairs. So what I did was I started with 25 push sit-ups, and then next day I did 26, then 27, 28, 29. I've reached 30 now. So every day I increase one. So same way you can. By the way, Amruta, Arjun did go rook d7 because the same line which I had mentioned.
Oh, king pawn endgame, yeah?
Yeah.
So not yet a draw. They will play till the board says it's a draw. Otherwise, they would have already drawn by now.
Yeah, they might play on. So if you increase one rep every day, then you kind of, after a point, you become really good at something. So same way you try to look at one move deeper only, one move always, and try it. Like even when I'm climbing stairs, I have now reached 6 floors without getting like without feeling that tiredness. So
you're being the brand ambassador of your own name.
My name?
Boon boon se banta hai sagar.
Yeah, something like that. That if you add one drop every day, then by when you will die, you will have 24,000 drops, which is not too much actually if you think about it.
No, it's not like that. Arijit says, what a coincidence, Sagar. I just was seeing a video of Joshua versus Frumkin.
Yes, I remember that. Joshua, you know how I know Joshua Wetskin? When I was young, I used to watch Chess Master, and he had recorded videos on it. It was so good. It was so good.
Himang says both Vaishali and Adiban were completely lost today.
Oh,
and
today we
both
have
are doing fine now.
One second, we'll
That's
go to that.
a
We
good
forgot because we thought that challengers.
I also forgot.
Check.
Himang says got tear joke by Amrita. Thank you, Himang.
They are drawing. Draw. Finally, Magnus.
Magnus Morphy.
Yeah, actually, Magnus has not been able to win since last 3 rounds. Huh? No, not 4 rounds. I think he drew one. Jordan looks at Magnus. Magnus is not looking at him.
Yeah.
So here you don't want to offer a draw.
Correct.
You see, he played his move.
Just like this. His
This
hand
way.
is like straight.
He also did this. When who will offer a draw?
No, right now, Jordan.
Really? Because they are friendly, someone offered. Otherwise, they could have kept on making moves. Vivaswan Damle, wish you a very happy birthday. Pillar of Indian chess for 25 months. And
My birthday today, wish I could spend tomorrow evening on dinner with you guys. Gonna be in Mumbai tomorrow. Hope Arjun wins a few games this tournament as a gift.
Vivaswan, what are you doing? If you are in Mumbai tomorrow, please come to the Chess Base India Club because tomorrow is 2 Grandmasters of Mumbai. There are only 2 GMs in Mumbai. And both of them are going to be in the Chess Base India Chess Club tomorrow. 4 o'clock is the Simul with Aditya Mittal, India's 77 GM and a big talent. And that will be from 4 to 6. And at 6:15, there will be Praveen Thipseji who will join, India's 3rd GM. And look at Magnus. What is he saying? And he will felicitate Aditya, like he'll give him a trophy and things. There, and then you will have Q&A. But Magnus is so good mood, Amrita. So nice to see.
No, I think he's just become a little lighter after he announced he won't be playing the World Championship. Sometimes the one base reason in your life can just spoil it.
I will record the Simul. It's a clock Simul with 10 players, but I won't do it live because the internet is not so good. So I'll record it and then we'll put it up later.
Sai Kumar says, Google says Sagarbai is actually a GM with 2 norms. I have not checked, but if that is...
Parham
Google means wiki, you know.
Parham came and told Magnus something.
What?
That why you didn't play this move.
Magnus is like... Parham has an opinion about every game. He roams a lot.
You know, Amrita, before, like when you used to play, there were certain players who just enjoy more than their game to analyze the game of someone whose game has ended. So remember, like there's one player, I don't want to name names, but his game would be going on and it was his move sometimes, and someone would draw on the adjoining board and he would be like, why you didn't play that move? And his clock is running. He's so interested in that game. But okay, for Maksudlu, it's not like that because his game is over.
Of course. But
oh, by the way, they drew. Amrita, what is this?
What the hell, Sagar?
Arjun.
What the hell? We wanted to see that final moment.
Yes. I also wanted to see. Who would offer draw? Where?
We had a choice, I think, between Magnus versus Jordan.
But chat did not help us.
Chat was so engrossed in what we were saying. I think even they forgot. Generally, that doesn't happen. Chat, you have to be alert.
But where did Anish and Arjun go?
Oh my god. Wait, are they even there?
No, they left quickly. I think
I know what they
their
thought. They're
analysis
like,
session would be quite long.
right now we are not in the camera. Let's protect it, draw and move on.
Let's not give content.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have to go to Pragg versus Nodirbek. Vivaswan says, I have CFA India Investment Conference from 9:15 to 5:30 at Bandra. We'll get free after that.
CFA India Investment Conference. क्या बात है विवस्वान?
No, just come to Club Phoenix. It will be on till 7:15. After that, I will come back home. I have to do commentary. So you have to meet us there.
Gauri says, where is the Chessbiz India Club? Chessbiz India Club in Mumbai. That is in Phoenix, Market City, Kurla.
Yes.
All those were in Mumbai.
Atrium 5 area.
सत्यम से जब अमृता भाभी आ जाती है तो सागर भाई आपका भी मन लग जाता है बातों में और हमारा भी मैच भूल ही जाते हैं exactly. So we forgot Anish and this thing. We didn't really. By the way, Dhyan Thakkar asks, how much elo would Magnus lose after the tournament? After the tournament?
After the tournament, we don't know, but right now I can tell you how much he's losing. 2700 chess gives the accurate this number. He is losing minus 15. 15 points he is losing. So from 2859, he's now down to 2844. Saurasis says, who's been member for 7 months. Thank you, Saurasis. Who seems to be best prepared to win the tourney? I think for now it does seem like Anish is in very good form. But Anish has to, perform at the clutch moment. The critical moment will come at some point in the tournament. And I think Nodirbek is looking good. I think these two players are looking very strong right now. And also, slowly and steadily, Fabiano Caruana very quietly is moving up. He's on 4 points out of 6. So he's already in joint second position, I think, right now with Anish. Both have same points. So Fabi, definitely. And also, I like how Pragg is playing this tournament, Amruta, because Pragg will draw this and he will be on 3.5 out of 6. 1 win, 5 draws. Arjun has been very resourceful, but he's getting into bad positions. So I don't know what to make of it.
But with black, right? Is he getting into bad? Yesterday was a complex game, of course, but
yeah. So I mean,
in fact, it is
I
very
would
good.
say very stable.
What,
Praggnanandhaa is very stable. He's not landed in a very bad position yet.
That's true, but the style of the games which is happening in Arjun's game, let's say, those are very important because if he's able to defend those, he really understands where he stands in that way.
Right.
So,
Amruta, do you see now it's a forced draw? Because he is threatening 94 check and winning this pawn with his rook. And if you go rook e1, I have a question for the chat. What is the problem here? Guys, I hope you are not just listening to us and have
forgotten that the games are going on. Shubham Bajaj asks an hypothetical question. Do you guys think a person who can draw any chess game he plays but can never win or nor lose be called a best player in the world? No, according to me, definitely not, because if you cannot win...
Amruta, Vaishali won.
Really? Sure?
Yeah, by the way, knight d3 check is correct.
Amazing,
and
amazing.
We have how many answers? This shows that people are not sleeping. 98.
Juma, Chesbro, Saint, Mustafa, Gopal, Aditi, Hema, Giridhar, Mandar and Kiran.
Well done, guys.
Oh, 99. It's only 11. I think they are not yet sleepy. But yeah, do answer the question later for sure, Sagar, about the hypothetical situation. Or did you answer?
Oh, Pekchak. She
Here I
beat
spoke
Pekchak.
with you something.
No, I think you have to win, right? You can't draw and become the best in the world.
Yeah.
1 second.
Hmm.
C4, G6, Knight C3, Grunfeld. Okay. By the way, Pekchak's rating is 2637.
Wow, she beat Pechak. That is superb.
But Pechak is having a tough tournament. He's losing.
Hmm. Still, it's never easy to beat a 2600
No, for
player,
sure.
whatever your rating is. Even if you're
Actually,
2700.
she got into big trouble here, Amruta.
Hmm.
Opening wise, this is almost a disaster
What happened?
for black.
What really happened then?
No, she did not play theory or,
No. What happened means how did she win then?
That's what I was saying.
Vivasana is Anand officially retired? Any idea when we'll see him again? Hope to see him live someday.
No,
Unofficially
no,
retired.
no, I don't think he's
No,
retired.
I also don't think.
He's, in fact, in his interview, he said he would love to play Wijk at some point.
Himang says Vaishali was completely lost. Then it was a draw. Then suddenly lost.
Oh, this E5 allows G4 and F5. So now she's fine. King F7, Knight C4. Okay. This looks good. King E8. Oh, she goes Rook B8. H3. B5. H5. Rook A8. Oh, very nice maneuver by White, but maybe it was. Why didn't he take here? Maybe I don't know why. Maybe because he was afraid Knight C3 and then
A4.
anyway later pawn.
But then anyway the pawn on A4 is still dangerous.
Okay,
Oh what?
check.
King A5 को क्या हो रहा है?
मार सकता था Knight C4 maybe and Knight D6. That's what maybe.
Oh, he's overstretching. Basically, he's trying to win.
Yeah.
Blunder. Mate हो रहा है क्या? Rook B4?
Wait. We'll ask the chat.
हो गया ना.
What?
This.
What? I don't see.
I see. But what I see is many times wrong.
Oh no! What's the winning move here?
Not Rook B4 because Knight B6, Knight A4 idea. I thought it.
Oh yes, that's over.
But Rook B4, Rook A1. People are also saying Rook B4 only, but guys maybe no. Yeah, Rook B4.
He resigned here.
What? If Rook B4, then you cannot play. You can play Rook A1 and it's fine. You don't have time for Knight B6 because you will lose this pawn. So this should have been fine. So that's
this is
not
the move,
move,
Amruta.
guys. Direct Knight B6. Yeah.
Take.
With the idea of Rook B5 mate. So Bishop D6 forced.
Check.
King B5. King A5. But why do you resign?
Because this.
But 96, but she had to find it, no? Like, what if she would not have played it?
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, it's a very big if as to what happened. And Vaishali might have. I think Vaishali might have.
Maybe she would have played the move and then
picked up the pawn or something, and Pekchak would have resigned. So the move would not have been completed. Something on those lines because.
Maybe his flag fell down while he played the last move. He may have made the move.
But it's a 41st.
44. No, that's what. He was making. Yeah.
If 40 moves are completed, you will get anywhere.
Correct. Yeah, very surprising, yeah?
Yeah.
This one is very surprising.
Okay, Adiban is playing.
Adiban is black, position is in control.
No, I mean, he's piece down.
Yeah, but position is in control. That's what the bar says. Rook E4. Right now, G4 is attacked. But this king kind of looks a little bit in danger. Right now, what do you do firstly? Do you go a passive move like rook g3?
King
Yeah.
g6.
Knight
96.
f25.
Yeah, I think he has good chances to hold this for sure. Now, also Amrita, knight c3 here.
No, I'll go to f4.
Let's go to Pragg.
Yeah. Let's go. So this is in control. Most probably.
Amrita,
should
they
end
drew.
Oh my god, Sagar, we're missing all those last beautiful moments of offering a draw. It's I know you're as excited as thinking that somebody is proposing
Yeah, a draw.
a draw. Proposing, and that is equal to offering a draw, but it's not. Let me tell you, Sagar, it's not. Hmm. Oh my god. So what is, like, everybody finished, yeah? Magnus, Anish, Arjun.
Oh, Wesley is winning against Vincent because he has extra pawn here on the board and also 2 pawns on the side. So he'll create a passer here. And
Prasad asks, meaning to ask you guys, when does someone become Super GM? Generally, about 2600, it's kind of, we call them Super GMs. About 2600.
yeah, about 2600. No, about 2700.
No, about
Yeah.
2600.
27.
26. Then it is perspective.
There's no perspective.
Then we need to
2700
take
is
a
Super
vote.
GM. Ask.
Super GM is 26.
Should I give a summary for today?
Chalega na.
Let me give you guys a good summary for today. First, let's go to the game of Magnus Carlsen and Jordan Van Forest. In this game, Magnus Carlsen played the Sicilian, and at some point, Jordan played a bit too timidly and took the queen. I mean, the opening didn't go well for Jordan, and the position equalized quite soon. However, Magnus, just when we thought is starting to press, Jordan pulled the brakes, exchanged pieces at regular intervals, and before he knew it, the game was already heading towards a draw. At some point, Magnus did try to create some play with his king. However, Jordan was very careful in the rook endgame, and the game was drawn quite comfortably for white. After losing 2 rounds, Magnus has stopped his bleeding and is now on 2.5 out of 6. Let's now move our attention to the next game. It was between Nodirbek and Praggnanandhaa. Nodirbek was the overnight leader of the tournament, the sole leader by half a point, and he played the Rui Lopez. Praggnanandhaa went for the open Rui Lopez, but Nodirbek played this sideline with bishop e3. Some people mentioned in the chat that it was Leela preparation, but I don't know which engine would generally prefer giving up the bishop, but it seemed like white had some pressure here with a4 and creating some play, but Pragg was very alert. He gave the pawn, and here at this point he was a pawn down because the a6 pawn is very weak, but he instantly realized that if I manage to reroute my knight to e6, this would be good enough. And in this 4 versus 3 endgame, Praggnanandhaa did not sweat even one bit for the draw. He traded the queens at some point and then pushed his pawns here. And while many thought Nodirbek might push, there was no chance. Praggnanandhaa played very well, and the game was drawn when the threat of knight e4 became too much to handle. Let's now shift our attention to the next game, that is Anish Giri versus Arjun Erigaisi. This was perhaps the game of the day. Arjun Erigaisi played the semi-Slav variation, and in the opening, Anish Giri, who now has a new second, as revealed by our chat, Jan Gustafsson, went into a tough position here for Arjun went into a tough position. Anish got a very good position because Arjun played this move long castle. I don't know why he did it. He could have just put his bishop on d6 and he would have been doing completely fine. But he played long castle, and after this, Anish was pressing for the rest of the game. The key moment arrived at this point when Anish found this very nice move, rook a1. And then when Arjun played this and rook b4, Anish was surprised. He put his knight on d4 and he said he went with his knight on c2. When the pawn came here, he took. But the key moment was here when he pushed his h-pawn. I was all ready to book my ticket to Wijk if he had found the move king f1, because then this position is winning for white, because after this the e-pawn is very strong. But he did not find king f1, which I think no human would have found it, and then the game ended in a draw as pieces got traded and it was. In the game between Richard Rapport and Parham Maksudlu, the game was drawn, and the big result of today was Fabiano Caruana beating Gukesh from the white side, and it was a Ragozin where Gukesh played 97 move, maybe not the most popular move there. Gukesh got a decent position out of the opening, but I think his main mistake was taking back here. He should have gone 94 first, but he took, and after this queen b2 was a super powerful move with creating a battery here, and he was in too much trouble, and then the game already was very much out of Gukesh's grasp. Although he fought on, he found some clever resources, but again this mistake was very heavy where he put his rook to a5. He had to push f5 here perhaps, but when he did this his position became very bad, and once Fabiano Caruana got both his rooks to the 7th rank, the game was lost. This was the update for the day. I believe Ding Liren and Aronian have also drawn their game. The only other game going on is Wesley So versus Vincent, and Wesley is completely winning here after he pulls back his bishop and plays f4, f5. We see that the cameraman is now putting some game of the challenger for us to see. Oh, there we have Wesley So playing. So Wesley will win here. And the big news was Vaishali beating Pekchak. And Amruta, you can give the summary.
No, it's going so good. Please go on. Please carry.
Vaishali was in big trouble right out of the opening in the Grunfeld. She was maybe close to a very decisive lost minus position, but she fought back. Then she got a decent position, and then at some point when it seemed to have equalized and the game we thought could end in a draw, this is when her opponent played king c5, a blunder, and resigned. But I don't know what exactly happened. Maybe Vaishali was going to take here. Is this the winning move, threatening mate? And after take here, check, king has to move away, and then you take, and then you take here, and rook c2, attacking this, and king coming up and attacking this. It's a lost position. So resignation is not a big surprise, but maybe could have played on a few more moves. And right now Adiban is playing in the challenger section against Ivic Velimir, and he's a piece down, but he has 2 pawns and it seems like he can hold a draw. So that was the recap of today.
Wow, that's amazing.
How many people?
Is saying, just join. Can you update on the game result? Okay, now this is an amazing people are like Doordarshan and
Okay, I will
Railways
give
announcer.
someone
and...
wanted the result again. So guys, today was the 6th round of the task.
Okay, no, but it was really good. I think today the games ended soon, and I think good for you.
Yeah,
Your health is not good,
yeah, we'll end the day today.
so
My health is okay.
superb summary, says Chandan.
Thank you, Chandan.
Thank you. People are thanking you. And
Guys, you can put a timestamp for this, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Should we look at the standings and also tomorrow's pairings?
yeah.
That will help. So tomorrow is round number 7. The big
Sure.
game tomorrow, Amruta.
Now Shah says like the whole stream, Sagar sir.
Hey, thank you. Amruta,
Hmm.
tomorrow,
Hmm.
the big game. Out
Which
of
is
this.
Magnus Carlsen versus some Indian.
No, Rapport is she's playing Rapport, Magnus.
Oh.
But tomorrow the big game I feel is Arjun versus Nodirbek,
Yeah.
because Arjun has beaten Nodirbek before. It's not like he hasn't.
Yeah.
So this is tomorrow's pairing. And I would also say Gukesh versus Wesley.
That's interesting too.
Pragg, Jordan. Okay. Jordan had beaten Pragg.
By the way, if you remember, Magnus versus Rapport was the craziest game which happened
Yeah.
in World Championship right now.
World
Rapid
Blitz.
World Blitz. So that's why they may want to repeat some craziness again.
Possible.
So we can be alert.
And for all those who wanted to know the standings, these are the standings.
Saurabh asks, Sagar bhai, why don't we invite Ashnir Grover to our stream? And some
Does
other
he play
people
chess?
are like, why don't we go to Shark Tank?
Nodirbek Abdusattorov 4.5 out of 6. Anish 4 out of 6. Caruana 4 out of 6. Pragg 3.5. Levon 3.5. Arjun 3. Ding 3. Parham 3. Wesley will move to 3.5 also. And I think Vincent and Gukesh will be on 1.5. Okay, guys. Thank you all for tuning in and take care. I will leave you with a small little video that we have created for 2 products, Chess Spa and our chess set. Do watch it if you would like, and take care, guys. See you. Thank you all for tuning in. And if you enjoyed today's video, check out the links in the description. They are some of our best selling products. You may like to check it out. Bye bye. Chess is becoming very popular, and we are always asked by parents, what is the right age to start chess and what is the best way to teach chess to their kids. We at Chess Base India have always believed that even a very young kid can learn chess if it is shown to them in a fun way. We feel that a beautifully illustrated children's chess book will be a perfect fit for kids to kickstart their chess journey. Chess Spa in Chess Adventure Park is your first chess book. The book introduces you to the character of Chess Spa, a fun grandpa-like character who absolutely loves chess. He takes you on a journey in a chess adventure land where the kids learn all about the chessboard, chess pieces, the rules of the game, and much more. The text in the book is in the form of a poem story which can be read out to the kids. Chess Base India's vision has always been to popularize chess, and we hope that many more youngsters fall in love with chess and take up the sport thanks to this book. This book was conceptualized by Amruta Mokal and Sagar Shah. It has been brilliantly illustrated by Ketki Kulkarni. Pre-order your book now from the Chess Base India shop.
In a world that is going increasingly digital, it's sometimes nice to hold things in your hand. The Chess Base India Premium Chess Set is our attempt to give you a great feel of playing chess in real life. The first thing we wanted to ensure was that the product was of the best possible quality. When you buy the Chess Base India Premium Chess Set, you get a chessboard, high quality chess pieces, a bag for the pieces, a bag for the chessboard as well. All of this is carefully packed so that when we courier it to you, you receive it in the best possible condition. We take pride in the fact that the chess sets are manufactured in India. Here are some features of the premium chess set. It is 96mm standard weighted and felted set of Staunton design. Fine crafted, high class plastic pieces of 3.75 inches height. Total weight of the pieces is around 800 grams. Usual pieces are around 300 to 400 grams. You have 2 extra queens included. 55mm by 55mm high quality vinyl board with notation with Chess Base India logo in the corner and a leatherite finish. You have 2 flat nylon drawstrings for the board and pieces. the Chess Base India logo. It is also a perfect product to gift your loved ones. We also have gift wrapping options in the Chess Base India shop. So what are you waiting for? Get your hands on the Chess Base India premium chess set and challenge someone to a game of chess in real life. Link is in the description.